Morning, folks. How are we doing? We are back, boys. We are back, boys. We're back in the Boogieverse. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know it's been a wee while since I've streamed. I have been an incredibly busy boy, and also to be incredibly bluntly, Boogie didn't really interest me a lot recently. But do you know what? I wanted to come on and say hi, have a chat. I am off tomorrow, so I thought, why not? Give you guys a wee bit of my time. I'm sitting here, got a couple beers. I'm going to have a good one. Hello to everyone who was here early. Hello, Queen Claire. Hello, Acidgate. Hello, Song Uganda. Hello, Unlimited Gamerworks, Sad Dog, Seth, Del Yellow, Supreme Leader, Drowns and Cool It. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? And hello, Digital Shark as well. Hope you all having a good weekend. I know the weekend's pretty much over. Now, weird coincidence. Okay, so I decided I wanted to do this. I wanted to do the wee stream, say hi to everyone. Hi, Mike the Creeper, and just have a wee chat, have a wee catch up. And I thought, you know what? I haven't watched Boogie in a while because I got him loaded up here and had a wee look back, and I was like, okay, so God, where did I last watch? And I was like, scroll. Oh, God, scroll. Oh, fuck, proof. The last video I think was the proof video. I think it was a live stream. I reacted on live stream to it. And apart from that, I hadn't really watched any of them. I just was not that fussed. And I've been incredibly busy, as people know. Even on my other channel, where I make like really short form, really easy content, just as a quick laugh. That even then I took like a week and a half off because I was just too busy, and that's like an hour every other day. Like I do like an hour every other day. That would be me, and even then I didn't really have time for it because I've just been so busy in my personal life. But I'm back, guys. I'm back, and whilst I was doing it, how do we scroll back through my channel, because I was sitting there going like, I'm probably gonna have to catch up myself even on Boogie. So I was like, maybe I should go back and like watch some of my old videos, especially from my start, because like I don't really have any memory of my videos from the start. But I went back and I looked and it said 1 year ago on my oldest video, and I was like, what? It can't be a year. And I clicked on it and it was April 30th, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, holy shit, the timing, boys. It's my 1 year anniversary as well today. So why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want to do a stream for you guys? So yeah, technically this is my 1 year anniversary. Hooray! It's been great. Like hello to everyone else: Primer, Son Goku, Maddox, Wheel Waffle, Random Comment, Nosferander, Patriotic. Hello. Yes, so I'm back. I'm not coming back to say, yep, guys, there's gonna be a video in a day or two. I'm not coming back to say that. I don't wanna lie to you. I don't wanna get your hopes up. But yes, I am a bite. I take a bite. People still reach out to me on Twitter occasionally. I don't log on to Twitter a huge amount. So every once in a while I will see a comment, and I'll obviously jump on, try and say hello, try and answer it. If someone sends me a comment, I generally try and respond to it, especially if it's like a DM. My comments on here, I don't really look at a huge amount anymore. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'll try and do better. I'll do better, guys, because you know what? I love you guys. So yeah. How are you all doing? I hope you have been doing well. I hope you've been keeping up with all your own fun things. Imagine doing a podcast episode with the guy that you call a pedophile and a fake letter that you sent yourself. I don't know who you could possibly be referring to, especially how autism made him successful. Autistic YouTubers, YouTubers as well as possessive for some apparent reason. Obviously, he's saying it like that because Boogie himself has apparently self-diagnosed himself. I don't know why it's like a title he really wants to cling to, but sure, why not? I remember watching Carpetbagger's video when he came out and talked about him being autistic, where he thinks I'm not even sure if at that point he's diagnosed. I don't really watch him too much, but he came out and was talking about being autistic, and all I remember is in the middle of a video he randomly cuts and then cuts back and goes like, oh yes, a cop just came up to me and apparently they had a call that like some girl was going to jump off the bridge, and I was just like, why the fuck would you include this in your video? Like, why would you include this in your video where you're talking about like your personal life and just go like, oh yeah, fucking apparently a girl's going to throw herself off this bridge soon? And it's like, Okay, why are we included in this? Like, fuck me. Hi Lisa. Hello everyone. Hello Sad Dog. Hello Oki. Boogie is fat. That is all. Boogie is fat, and I also would not have sex with him, guys. Garbagger offended me so much recently, even the autistic claim. Like I said, I don't really watch him too much. I just remember seeing that video come out, and I think in that video he said Boogie was the one who suggested to him that he might be autistic. I think, like I said, I don't know when that video came out. It was a fair wee while ago I watched it, so my memory, probably not 100% keen on that, like, because my brain's a foggy anyway. It's Labor Day tomorrow in my country, and I have a couple of beers in the fridge ready to go. Cheers, everyone. That sounds fantastic, Maddox. Also, we call it May Day, which is why I'm streaming this late, because I am off tomorrow. Although thankfully, my company is closed tomorrow, so I am off. I get a 3-day weekend. I am a happy boy, because usually I don't really get weekends off too much. But recently it's been going for a spell. I've been getting it. There's been a change in my life, and it's all for the better, and it's going fucking great so far. But it's also one of the reasons why I'm so busy. What's your opinion on the fight potentially happening? I've kept up with bits and pieces of it. Like I said, I haven't been on Twitter too much, but a lot of my information comes from people like messaging me now and go like, "Have you heard? Keemstar was over at Boogie's house, and they were looking in his fridge, and there was pizza boxes there, and he's hanging out with what's that guy? The kid behind the camera, and he's like taking the piss out of Boogie and all." And it's like, the problem with like Keemstar in this kind of instance, because I generally like Keemstar, I have no issues with Keemstar, is that a lot of stuff he says, I just immediately go like, okay, this is all building up. Keemstar's a businessman at heart. Like he is building up stuff. He knows that he needs to promote this fight, so he's putting a lot of time and effort into it. I don't see him that often going to like other people and just like pimping their fights as much and going and visiting them and showing what's in their fridge. I don't see that. So obviously he's trying to promote the Boogie fight, because I think he realizes that it didn't catch on the way he wanted it to catch on. Is it potentially going to happen? Yeah, I guess it's potentially going to happen. If it does, I don't think people should be expecting like a boxing match, because I think we've all seen Boogie's boxing antics. I haven't actually watched Wings' stuff recently either, so I don't really know too much about Wings. Hey, Side Ank, mate, how are you? So I don't know. I've heard Wings is taking it more seriously than Boogie, which, yeah, it's what I said all the way back there. Wings actually has like, a bit of interest in doing this, because he obviously wants the payday, and if this works out well for him, he could get potential more paydays. He doesn't really care if he gets humiliated, because he has nothing to lose in terms of people like coming out and insulting him. But so he doesn't have anything to lose. He might as well go out and give it his all. Boogie, on the other hand, he doesn't care. Boogie doesn't care. Boogie, like I said, Boogie will walk out, and if he could just lie down immediately at the start of the match and get counted out, he wouldn't care. Like, because he'll just then say something like, "Guys, you saw me, guys. You saw on Twitter, I was preparing for it, and I was training every day for it. But then when I got there, and I saw the look in his face, I realized I couldn't do it. I've never hit someone before in my life. I'm just such a good person that it's not me. And I couldn't do it, guys. So I lay down and just let him take the way. It'll be something like that. So, what's the point? If it happens, I'll probably make a video on it. I don't know. There's part of me is tempted every once in a while to make like videos on like interesting bits, because I'm like, okay, well, the monthly recaps, there's not a huge amount happening. He doesn't seem to be as active on Twitter anymore, which is good. He's doing a lot more live streams, which is a bad thing for me, because like so many of his live streams are just the same thing over and over again. I can't remember what live stream it was. It was a wee while ago. I was watching one of his live streams, and I was just sitting there. I was like playing something on the other screen. I was just sitting there. Hello, Goober. I was just sitting there. And it's just, how is the March recap going? Oh, it's Assegate. It's going fantastic. It is 2 months delayed. Based on what I was saying, I was like, I don't think a March recap was ever really going to happen. It's just, I'm sorry. Like the things I'd been thinking of were the boxing match, which I'd already covered in a video, and the documentary, which I had intended on making a separate video of itself, but then I got to the point where I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, he doesn't seem to be talking about the documentary nearly as much, because he's got his new dopamine hit by talking about the boxing match instead. So the documentary seems to have been kind of thrown to the wayside. He's also got the Power Internet thing going on, which I think he is like getting. He started a new podcast channel, didn't he? And Totally Redeem Yourself, exactly. Mark, thank you very much for super chat, my dude. Massively appreciate it. I would love to see a redemption story, like them going out and they fight and Boogie's sweating and he's bleeding. It's like the end of Rocky. His eyes swollen shut. And he's like, cut me, I can't see. And it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna cry. You're gonna cry. He's gonna win an Oscar for it. It's gonna be fucking beautiful. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be silly. If it's free on the channel, I might talk about it because they did say it was gonna be a free match. If it is, it's going to be beautiful. I hovered over that. He looks bigger. I haven't watched him in a month and a half now. He looks bigger in that. Why the fuck do you train for a fight and come away bigger? I don't even know if that's possible. You completely forgot about the documentary? Everyone forgot about the documentary. I think everyone has forgotten about the documentary. Like I said, people like contact me every once in a while, mainly through like DMs and stuff like that. I haven't really had anyone ask me about the documentary in a while. Pretty much everyone's just talking about the boxing match or his podcast. That's it. He's found other things to focus on and try and push as his like, this is my amazing comeback. So he's just kind of moved away from the documentary. Maybe it's still happening. Maybe it's not. All I remember is when I was thinking about doing it, I was going to include Mike Klum, that was his name, wasn't it? The documentarian. He was going to make an appearance. He did make an appearance, sorry, on the Kiwi Farms. He got verified and everything like that. And it looked like he was going to come. He's going to do questions and answers and talk. And then very quickly, it was just like, nah, he just disappeared. He was there for less than 24 hours before he disappeared. He answered, I don't know, a couple questions at best. And it's just like, is that it? We done? Oh, okay, we're done. and then it was just like, okay, well, he was clearly just wanting people to contact him personally so he could try and organize for people to, come on and do like a voiced interview, which, as you guys know, I was never really that interested in doing. Hello, Nicola, as well. So yes, guys, let's get into it, I think. What are we going to watch first? I'm going to scroll back, like I said, to the earliest, and we'll have a look and see, Diablo? Oh, Error 37, guys. Do you remember that? That's what some of us call a meme. Does Boogie count as a bread tuber? I've been looking into Lolkai like Movie Bob. Crazy how similar they are. I know bits and pieces about Movie Bob. I don't know a huge amount for. I wouldn't call him a bread tuber. I know he kind of leans towards them and his like general political ideas, but I wouldn't. When I look at bread tubing, I generally think that they push their like politics into like everything, which he doesn't really do. So I wouldn't really put him as much of a political channel. He will talk about things occasionally. When I was thinking about doing the March retrospective, I had been laughing because he went. Has he deleted anything? Has he? Oh no, he hasn't. Okay, it's just further back. He went hard on Justin Roiland, and he did 3 videos on the Justin Roiland situation, and then it ended up that all the charges and all got dropped against him from what I remember, and then he had to come out and be like innocent, and it's like just kind of tucked away there in the end. It's just kind of charges dropped. Apparently he might be innocent, and it's just like he was ending his videos by being like, and just so you know, fuck you, Justin Roiland. And now he's like, oh no, actually he's in it. Oh, okay. And then he just kind of just dropped it and just kind of shuffled away. What you think of the Boogie versus Wings redemption fight? How do we chat about that in Nosferatu a second ago? Yeah, potentially still could happen, but at the same time, it's a couple of weeks away. The Boogie looks larger than ever, so I can't imagine it's going to happen. But if it does, it's not going to be a good fight. That's really the long and short of it. I think that's what I said. My memory hasn't been amazing recently, so that's why I was like, I might go back and watch some of my old videos just to try and catch myself up, because I was sitting going, I don't really even remember what I talked about in my Boogie boxing video. I think I pretty much just said I didn't think it was going to happen. This is a publicity stunt. So if it does happen, I guess I'll eat my words. I guess, because like I'm happy enough to eat shit when I'm wrong. So yeah, it's just going back. Seems all the same stuff. Another video about how he's a big weirdo person. Oh my god, I'm so totes weird, guys. Rafflecopter. This advice made things better. Fuck, we've seen that 300,000 times. We got the podcast ones, which I'm probably gonna watch. Probably gonna watch them separately. But like, who cares about the people he interviewed? Some guy. I think I've seen Boogie share pictures on before. I think he was like a morbidly obese guy who lost a lot of weight. Cool, but it's not really like interesting to me. Jacob the Carpetbagger is inherently like a boring, uninteresting person. So like Thanos was right, kinda. Okay, that's Boogie probably going for the nihilism thing again. Not even getting long enough for the mid rolls. Super Mario Bros. Is neither woke nor anti-woke. Imagine looking at like products that come out and that's your like first thought. Is this woke or is it anti-woke? I think that's quite a sad life. But I guess, guys, also by God, Francis versus Kid Behind the Camera, I would rather set myself on fire than even like play with the idea of ever watching that. It is like I hate his fake scripted videos. The Kid Behind the Camera, McJuggernuggets, all those type of people. I've never been interested in them. Like I explained when I did the McJuggernuggets drama. I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal of watching fake videos of like 40, 50-year-old men acting like children to play a character when like it's like I liked the Nostalgia Critic like a decade ago. It's misspelled cameras. It is. Cameras. Kid behind the cameras. Oh. To be fair, did you go out expecting Boogie? Like, fucking autistic YouTubers just spelt wrong. It's like, I like Nostalgia Critic a decade ago. I don't watch him anymore. I think the whole, like, angry, like, reviewer who plays a character, I think that's, like, been done to death. So, like, it's like, I look at these people as exactly the same. Weirdest Q&A panel of my life. I haven't watched it. It's been a while since he's posted up one of his own Retropalooza Q&As. The last one I remember was the one where he thought a secret assassin troll had shown up and he had security frisk him for weapons, and it was probably fake. You're alive, alcohol poisoning, Zero, U16. I love dogs. You know what? I've got a beer here beside me. Not gonna lie, I opened it, it fizzed out. Fucking all over me right now, but that happened about 30 seconds before I started, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to deal with a bit of fucking beery crotch for a little bit of time at the very least until I can quickly go and change. You know what? Let's watch the boxing things. It's one of Boogie's most popular videos in a very long time. 54,000. Are we getting anything even close to that? No, until Proof. When he did it, like, the genuinely most cringeworthy video I've ever fucking seen in my life. Nope. And he didn't even get it to 8 minutes, so he can't even do mid-roll ads. I'm gonna fall back on my thing, guys. Yeah, I don't really think Boogie needed the money, guys. A pre-return Nostalgia Critic was his peak. Dog Walker really wanted out of that identity. You could tell. He's yeah, 100%. That's why I watched Almighty Lolly do his what's 0223? What's 0223? I've only just noticed that. 0223. What does that mean? Am I missing secret coding or anything like that? So yeah, I think we're gonna watch the two boxing videos. This one only came out an hour ago, guys. Because you know what, Boogie, he knew it was my anniversary. He wanted to give me a special treat, so thank you, Boogie. Appreciate the treat. I do appreciate you looking out for me. So we're gonna watch the two of these. But yeah, not around it. Like I said, I watched the Almighty Lolly breakdown of the Nostalgia Critic 3 anniversary movies. And Linkara's movie, which I had seen the first 2 Nostalgia Critic movies, I think. I had never seen the third one or the Atop the Fourth Wall movie. I never... Okay, you know, one Linkara, the guy even worse than Doug. Oh, God, yeah. It's like, Doug seems like a fine enough guy. I remember when the Change of Channel document came out all that time ago. I read through it. I didn't care. Like, I'm generally, like I can separate a lot of people from the art that they create. I don't want to say. That's what... Okay. Is a sign from the angels you're on the right track, Lamau. Boogie is so delicious. Is that seriously what 0223 means? What? Doesn't he not believe in, like... Or 0223? 223? I don't even know. I'm confused now. Maybe it's his goal weight. Or did he try and say 2023 and misspelt it? Because we do know he's a man who misspells things a lot. Do you think he misspelt 2023? Like he was trying to do a modern year joke and he fucked it up? Thanks, Jaggy. Yeah, no, I'm back, but probably not a huge amount. Like I've said, I'm just really busy in my real life at the minute. And this is just a fun wee hobby. When I have time, I make something. When I don't have time, I don't make something. Yeah, that's best I can give you. I do apologize for that, but you know, I'll try and pop on more often than not. I have been gone longer than I wanted to be. So, yeah, do you know what? We're just gonna go good.
So about a year ago, Keemstar.
About a year ago, Oh, this is quite positively received. The trolls haven't come out in force for this one. I'm gonna put it up to 1.25 speed because I just that's what I listen to. Well, most of my videos I listen to on like 2 times speed now. But it's a new mental disability video. Boogie's dyslexia. Well, wouldn't this be no, what's it called? The number one, is that dyspraxia, or is dyspraxia the motive skills one where you're like struggle with your moves? He used the same goddamn thumbnail image for his shitty podcast. Yeah, I saw you use that twice in a row. The Power of the I'm going to quickly check here because I know the Power of the Internet podcast is what he called the podcast he released there. I'm going to see if I can get it here. Power of my fucking. Well, okay, I need to organize my computer in some way where my microphone cable is not resting across my keyboard because it makes it really hard. Power of the Internet, because I remember searching this up a day or two ago, and I was like, okay, I'll have a wee look at this and, you know, maybe watch it and maybe do like a review of his new channel or something like that, you know, just for a fun, easy thing. But I remember looking it up, and I got this when I looked it up, is, there's someone else already called Power of the Internet, and they are, you know, they've been around for a while. Talk about clothing, music, and culture. And they have more subscribers than Boogie. I know Boogie only just opened this, like, but come on. I can't believe some randos have it. I have nothing. Like, you're thinking, like, you know, I'm a 4 million subscriber YouTuber. I'm gonna start a new account. I'm gonna advertise it. Everyone's gonna go. Think the fight is gonna be rigged? Yeah, I guess maybe. I could believe it. Wings of Redemption isn't like opposed to rigging fights, as we all saw with the Syndicate debacle back after the Bog fight. So yeah, I can imagine it. I think Keemstar knows, like, deep, even if it's just deep down in his soul, I think he knows that this is all a bit silly. It's all a bit silly. So I think even Keemstar doesn't really care about it happening. I think Keemstar might have realized he like bit off more than he could chew doing this, and it didn't really get the like, oh my god, it's gonna break the internet thing that I think he hoped for. So here we are. Oh, there you go. One video. I thought he was gonna move his like actual. I thought he was gonna move his actual like podcast across it, but I guess not. I guess not. Why not? Welcome to the Power of the Internet podcast. This podcast is an exploration of social media and social media influencers. I hate the term social media influencers. I just do. Like, I realize he can't say YouTubers because he has other people on who aren't YouTubers, but I just hate the term influencers. During our one-on-one interviews, very kinky, we find out how people became online influencers and became famous online. Is Jacob the Carpetbagger famous online? Like, I don't want to be mean, but like, doesn't the dude just get like, I don't know, 10, 20,000 views per video? Like, I don't know, maybe I've got a different bar for famousness, but isn't that what you, I don't know, he's like, okay, I guess.
Hey, you
Jesus,
all.
Carpetbagger, will you shut the fuck up? Yeah, I guess he got 460,000 subscribers. Would you guys consider that famous? Like, straight up, like, be honest with me. You can say I'm wrong. I'm not gonna cry and shut down the stream if you tell me I'm wrong. But do you think, do people look at YouTubers nowadays and go, 460,000 subscribers? He's famous. As a guy who gets, like, you know, 39,000, 46,000, 20,000, 20,000, 26,000, 20,000, like, you know, like, good numbers, like, obviously compared to me. But, like, I don't know, I wouldn't consider him, like, famous in any shape or form. Oh my god, he put up a video. What? Do you not know who Jacob is? Row. What are you doing? What's the cat's doing? Oh yeah, you shouting at me now too? She was whining, look, she's like staring at the door and the fucking cat suddenly came in, so they're up to something out there. My personal struggles on YouTube, I might actually watch this. This is going to be one I'm going to tuck away for later on, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm someone who's like, maybe you shouldn't like address this kind of stuff. I never think it's a good idea. I've talked about it loads of times. I just don't think it's a good idea to address negative things, I guess, especially weirdos, especially if you can't handle it well. King Cobra JFS lives for the numbers, dude. The numbers live for King Cobra JFS. He is the king. So, like, bro, like, he doesn't need to work for the numbers. He's already famous. I know not famous, but it's not nothing. It's not nothing. That's like, I'm certainly not trying to, like, downplay it and say, like, you're fucking nobody, loser, bro. But it's just like, I don't know. I think the word famous is, like, really overly thrown around. It's not like, I'm trying to have a think here. Like, it's like Logan Paul, like PewDiePie. like normal people on the street know who they are. Like, yeah, Rocco, you're exactly right. Internet famous is a pretty low bar. It is a pretty low bar, and I think a lot of people, like, kind of just, I don't know, once they start getting, like, a couple thousand views, stop shouting at me. Once they get, once they get a couple thousand views, I think they think that they are famous, and I think they think they're, like, a big deal. And it's like, no, that's not really how it works. Like, it's not really how it works, bro. Like, yeah, it's nice to get a couple thousand views, like, but it's not, like, I don't know, it's not a huge deal. I don't want that come off as, like, big head or anything like that, but, so we'll continue. We even hope to interview people who have become infamous online and help them avoid the all-seeing eye that is the power of the internet. I love he's trying to twist his catchphrase into, like, the power of the internet is, like, a bad thing because, you know, he got burned by it, so it's a bad thing now, guys. Oh, so evil. So, yes, I'm just curious. We'll quickly watch this 2-minute thing, and we'll get a taster, like, we taste, just to see what his podcast is like. It's going to be Kino. It's Goober and Squeaker. It was Goober and Chonker, actually. Squeaker is staying quiet here. It was Chonker who did that. Squeaker, you can tell, because Squeaker is very squeaky when he meows. Chonker is a bit more chonky with his meows. That is the most 4-year-old definition I've ever had. Boogie's not new. Boogie is fat and you would not have sex with him, Travis. Do you know what me and you? Similar mindset.
I know some of his fans are aware of this, but people who are listening to this for the first time and unfamiliar with Jacob, he has some of the best haunted house reactions you will ever hear in your life. They are absolutely fantastic.
Okay, I always like picture Boogie's like haunted house reactions because I remember watching all of his travel content back when I was like planning to do the documentary, and his travel content is just like it's torturous. He would go through like a haunted house and he would like try and like be funny and banter with like the performers, and generally it was just the same thing over and I don't remember, I couldn't say what his jokes were, but it was like just the same stuff over and over and over again. And I could tell every once in a while he would like deal with someone who's like doing this little public thing, and they'd clearly be a lot funnier than him, and he would really be unhappy with it. It's like that time he had the guy show up at his table and be Francis, and his like Francis stuff was like, you know, funnier than Boogie's. It wasn't like actually funny, but it was funnier than Boogie's. And Boogie was so unhappy with him, he kind of like just pretty much like a teenage girl like said he was fat. It's like, oh, you look a lot more like Francis than I do nowadays. And the guy's a hefty enough guy, and it's like, Boogie, fuck off. Like, really, a fan shows up and you basically go like, ha, you're fat. Just, what a fucking dicky thing to do.
You slit my throat.
Is it meant to be, I haven't streamed in a while. Is this meant to be, like, filmed on an actual potato? Like, there's more artifacts here than in fucking ancient Greece.
Administrative offices. Ah! Oh, God! Oh, God! You were hiding!
Okay. It's just, it's like a oh my god, I'm not gonna watch the rest. It's like a worse version of PewDiePie.
Out of here!
You named your cats Chonker and Squeaker? I did. I also named my dog Goober. I'm a very creative guy. Everything has to end with an R for me.
Now, tell me, there are genuine reactions?
They are genuine reactions. Some people find that hard to believe, but, you know, and what I tell people is, you know, I know, like, in a haunted house, I know I'm not going to be injured. I know I'm not going to be murdered, but I have, like...
God, this is riveting. Nope, we're done. Oh my god, that is so bad. Board 50, you did not miss it. What the fuck are the cats doing? I just hear things crashing, alright? They just went flying upstairs. They're chasing each other, which is fantastic. It's great to have two young cats because they knock the cunt out of each other constantly. Grassy one year, the Boogie started a podcast. Boogie did start a podcast. It's called The Power of the Internet Podcast. And we just watched a clip of it there. And we made it a minute into the clip, and we skipped 20 seconds at one point because it is just bad. It is just bad. Yeah, so I guess we're just going to go for the boxing instead because why not? Boxing's going to be a lot more fun. That podcast was what I would like to describe as literal torture.
The fight for his company, Happy Punch. And I said yes.
Okay.
So he kept trying to find a fight for me. Originally same height, but obviously that dude would just murdered me.
No. We tried to find a fight. Originally, it was going to be Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde never agreed to the fight. That is one thing I remember very clearly. I remember Sam Hyde being on PK, and it was like, nah, I literally never agreed to the fight. I think it was like a joke someone said. Yeah, it was, no, that was literally never going to happen, because of course it was never going to happen. Boogie only wanted to do it because, well, Sam Hyde is popular, and people talk about Sam Hyde a lot. By the way, like I heard about this fish tank thing. I haven't watched it because I don't fucking know. I'm too busy to watch like a couple hours of Boogie streams to take notes to potentially do like a recap. That I'm not going to sit there and watch like a 24/7 live stream of like people just being weird and annoying. I know people really enjoy this. Not my bag at all. Oh, you Moya, how are you? Catching a live stream after a long time. It is the first live stream in a long time. Like so, fates have a line for us here. So it's always weird that he keeps like. If I was Boogie, congratulations, you boy. I hope you did well on your thesis. I just kind of wish he would just like forget the Sam High thing and stop bringing it up because it's just kind of weird that he keeps bringing it up when it just makes him look bad, in my opinion. I can't wait for him to talk about Ethan Ralph and try and be a Sigma male about Ralph. He goes, oh, he's too much of a pussy to fight me.
It was Ethan Ralph, who that just obviously didn't work because he's Ethan Ralph. Now this fight with Jordy's actually happening.
Yeah, sure. That is such a weird thing to go for. It's like, well, obviously it wasn't going to happen because, you know, it's Ethan Ralph. I have seen Ethan Ralph in a lot more fucking fights online than I've seen Boogie. So maybe that's the time when you shouldn't be like, obviously it wasn't going to happen because Ethan Ralph. Bro, I've seen Ethan Ralph fucking fighting 4 fucking degenerate weird weebs in a fucking shack. Like, I've seen that. I've seen him fight a weird angry fat Geordie guy in the streets of fucking Lisbon. Like, Lisbon? I don't fucking know. I keep saying Lisburn because like, we have a Lisburn here, so I always get fucked maybe. And I think it's so weird to try and cast that out. Ethan's like, obviously what's going to happen because it's Ethan Ralph.
As I am recording this right now, Keemstar and a boxer and my friend Michael, kid behind the camera, are flying to Arkansas to film tomorrow, and this fight is happening on May 13th. There's no backing out. This is it. It's done. It's a done
Beautiful.
deal. On May 13th, I'm in the ring with Wings of Redemption, period.
Yes.
But with this fight coming up, I see a lot of rumors floating around, and I want to address them. For example,
Is there a lot of, like I said, I haven't been here in a while. Is there a lot of rumors floating around? Because I think during one of my last live streams, we looked at who was actually talking about like the Boogie fight, and I think I was still like the most viewed video. I think I was the most viewed video for it, and I think I was the 7th most recent video on it, or the 8th most recent video on it, and that was like 2 months after it was announced, a month and a half, 2 months after it was announced.
in my timeline today, I saw somebody say, Boogie, aren't you a 49-year-old man? Aren't you 400 pounds? Aren't you literally disabled by the United States government because you have a fused disc and arthritis in your...
I do know what, I don't think the person said all that. I think you're saying that to the audience as part of your boo-hoo, I'm such a victim, but watch me struggle and rise. I think that's what you're going for. 450 pounds? Potentially. Like I saw a quick shot of him in his most recent video, and he looks a wee bit chunkier than he did the last time I saw him. But you know, it has been a while.
Knees. Don't you have polycythemia? Don't you have an enlarged heart? Don't you have asthma? And I just want to say to that person, yes to all of that. All of that's true.
I didn't see that comment. It wasn't like I was like set up. Cool, fantastic. I was sitting there waiting to see if he would actually remember the cancer thing, because the cancer thing kind of like has disappeared into the fucking ether. But I'm glad to see that he remembered the cancer story.
That is all true. What about the people saying, Boogie, don't you literally have a glass jaw with those implants? Aren't you risking $30,000 worth of dental work? Isn't there a chance you'd lose your teeth and be in dentures for the rest of your life? Yes, yeah.
God, this is like an unbearable level of cringe right now. Like, right, I get it. Teehee. Oh my God, guys, it's so literally crazy, it's so insane because you know I'm doing this, and a person like me shouldn't be doing this. Cool, like cool. Would that give him a glass jaw? Like he has like I don't know, ceramic plate in his mouth, and he has like fucking like steel. Do we really think Wings of Redemption is going to punch hard enough to break steel bolts? It's more than likely it's going to just break Wings of Redemption's fucking hand. And I've seen a lot of these like silly boxing matches. They generally wear like head protection gear as well. So you know, I think he'll be okay. I think all this is silly and nonsense. I like the people like saying this is dumb because of all the reasons are really pointing out that this isn't going to be a real boxing match. I don't think anyone is like, Boogie, you could actually get hurt. Like, no, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. Like, if half the stuff he says about himself is real, like, I don't know, he's a walking fucking time bomb anyway. But it's like, no, you're not actually going to get hurt. Like, Wings of Redemption. Does anyone think Wings of Redemption can punch any harder than, like, I don't know, your girlfriend's fart on a first fucking date? No.
That's one of the risks I'm taking. My dentist is very much not a fan of.
Wing said it's no headgear in the fight. I don't believe him. I just don't. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Because like I've seen a few of these YouTube boxing matches, and especially for like the novice guys and the smaller guys. Like I know that these guys aren't the small guys. I get it. Like, but I've seen a lot of people wearing head protection. I'm sorry. With Boogie and his like. That I'm like I have like a fucking stroke face because he's got like the droopy eye that he claims is like an injury. I don't think they're gonna like potentially affect his eye if he says that he has issues with like seeing out of his left eye. I think they're probably gonna have him in that and excuse me. Headgear. They're also going to have gum shields, which I'm assuming will help. Like, admittedly, Boogie will need up and down gum shields probably, but you know they have gum shields that'll help. I just don't think if he gets a punch to the jaw by fucking Wings of Redemption, his head's going to like knock itself off like Evil Dead 2, which I was watching right before the stream. I'm getting ready to watch the new Evil Dead movie, so I'm going back and I'm watching the original 3 movies and the remake. I saw half in the bag. I've put up a video about it, and I'm quite tempted to watch it, but I don't want any spoilers for this one.
Doing this. I'm sorry, Dr. Anderson. But Boogie, isn't Wings 10 years younger than you? Isn't he
Oh
taller
my
than you?
God.
Isn't he more mobile than you? Doesn't he have less health problems as you?
Does he talk about himself as much as you fucking do? Is he this painfully unfucking funny? Oh, we get it. It's been a minute and a half straight of, oh, this is a bad idea, guys, but I'm going to do it anyway. Are we going to get to the point where he's like, guys, I'm doing this because even if I die in the ring, I'll have done it to entertain people. And that's all I want with my life. Are we going to get to that fucking stage?
Dude, isn't he skinnier than you? Yeah, I think so. I think all that's true.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going into this.
Has anyone confirmed it's going to actually be a weigh-in? Has anyone actually confirmed? Have we got that confirmed yet? Because that's all I want in my life. That's all I fucking want in my life. Is I just want a weigh-in. He literally says that. Fantastic. He said, the reason I say that is he said it during the Sam Hyde fight. He said it in preparation for the Sam Hyde, and I think he also said it with the Ethan Ralph fight as well. I think he also said it with the Ethan Ralph fight, which I remember saying was, I think I said it at the time that it was pathetic that he was going to do the whole like, guys, I will happily die to entertain. I think I said that was pathetic because I said it'd be so much better to have him play to his audience and be like, Ethan Ralph is a fucking sex offender. He pled guilty to a sex offending charge. He's like a fucking Nazi. I'm gonna punch a Nazi. And just go full Hassan on it. Something like I play to his audience, his generally left-leaning audience, but instead he did this like nonsense show where he's like, I don't like Ethan Ralph because Ethan Ralph he laughed at Frank Hassel's jokes and that upset me. So I don't like him because he likes like Frank Hassel and I don't like him. And it's like, is that it? Is that the fucking best we've got in this like try and build up for this like big grudge match with this fucking massive lol guy? And the best is like, you hurt my feelings, guys. It's like, okay, cool.
This is the underdog. So Boogie, why are you smiling like an idiot right now? This is crazy. This is dangerous. This is dumb. Yeah.
Because you're a really fake cunt. Can I say that? Is that all we really need here? Morning lads, morning awesome. Trash Potatoes Guitar Shack. There's a lot of potatoes in the chat tonight. How can we walk around with a nose full of boogers all day? Like they make nose hair trimmers. See, the reason he's growing out the nose hair right now, obviously, Trash, I understand you're not a boxer like Boogie. Boogie's a professional boxer now. Is he has the nose hairs there, so when he gets punched on the nose hairs actually are shock absorbers, so he won't get his nose broken. Trash, I know, like, I get it. Sit back down. listen to the God Emperor of fucking boxing, Boogie 2988.
Isn't it great? Isn't that awesome? Look, old Boogie would be super scared about this and trying to figure out a way out of it.
Thank you, awesome.
Old Boogie creeps up in the back of my head and telling me, hey, man, we got to fix this. This is going to have a bad outcome. This is all bad. Everything's scary. Let's just sit on our ass and rot away. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm done.
Old Boogie's telling me that. Like Boogie's like doing like anything new with his life. Like, I'm sorry. Cool. 100%. You're doing a gimmick freak show boxing match. That's it. That's literally it. You're doing a freak show boxing match that your friend organized for you to try and drum up a bit of hype for a boxing match because, you know, people talk about Creator Clash more than they talk about Happy Punch. That's it. Like, Keem himself commented on my fucking video where he was acting like it's going to break the internet. Like I said, I like Keem, sorry. I don't think it's going to break the internet. I don't think it's going to break the internet. What are we talking here for view counts? 55,000. Like I said, it's one Boogie's most viewed video in a month and a half, nearly 2 months. Fan Dabby Dozy, but it's 55,000 views just. That ain't much. I think my what's my top video? I think my top video is like, I don't know, 20,000 views or something like that. My top video is 28,000 views. My top video is 28,000 views. This is 55,000 views, and this is big for Boogie. Like, bro, I'm sorry. Not to pat myself in the ass. I was talking earlier on about a couple thousand views does not make you a big deal or famous or anything like that. But it's like, it's just to address the, oh, it's going to break the internet. It's really not. It's really not. Like, I just don't think people care. I don't think people care as much as they used to about Boogie, Wings of Redemption. If it's happening right after the Frank Castle incident, maybe. Maybe if it happened right after the Frank Castle incident, maybe it happened after a major Wings of Redemption drama, maybe more people would be interested in it. But I don't really think people are going. I think you're underestimating how popular this is going to be on the day, to be honest. Roblox, do you know what? If you think that, 100%, go for it. I just don't agree. I just do not think this is going to break the internet. I do not think it's going to go crazy. I think you might get a couple 100,000 views on the video. 100%, I think you might get a couple 100,000 views. But it's not going to be like, oh my god, and like talked about all over the place on the internet. 2B Sloghouse from nowadays YouTube, literally a who cares situation. That's the thing. It's. I think a lot of people will just be like, I don't care. I'm going to watch it. If they watch it, it's going to be for the freak show aspect of it. It's not. Boogie's not going to like have a resurgence because of it. And who knows? Maybe I will be entirely wrong. If he has a resurgence, what the fuck? That's going to be fantastic for me. I guess it might get me interested in Boogie again if he starts getting an ego about himself. Who knows? But right now, I just do not see it happening.
To know the people I've done listening to Old Scared Boogie. This is a challenge I put in front of myself, and I'm excited to overtake it. And I got a few reasons for doing that, and I want to talk about those reasons with you. Yeah, I get to go to London, and I've always wanted to go. And on top of that, I do get paid, but it's not.
Outstanding. Has Boogie ever actually been out of the country before? Sorry, I'm eating some poppadoms here in the background. We're just criticizing him, right? Yeah, I'm a critiquer. I like to do some critic stuff here.
Retirement money. It's not life-saving money. It's not risk your life.
He hasn't? No,
I can tell you that. So that's not why we're doing this. If I'm being truly honest with you today, my brain, my body, this person that I am is wired to do two things. Number one is get attention.
Eat and fuck. You should have gone with eat and fuck. Would have been a little bit funnier. At least he's admitting he's just doing this for attention. Like, I think he has been generally. You've been watching Sam Hyde's Fish Tank. I mentioned that earlier on. Not really my vibe. I don't have the time to sit there and watch dozens of hours of people being fucking weirdos online.
I like attention. I think every human does. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Every influencer certainly does. Every content creator, they want attention, right?
There be articles about it in newspapers. Really? I haven't heard a single person talking about it. Obviously, like, America is different than over here. I get that entirely. You guys have different cultures, different takes, sometimes different celebrities and waiting. I get it. I have never heard anyone talk about it over here. I've heard people talk about like KSI versus Logan Paul. I've heard a couple of people talk about that. At no point did I walk into the office and go to the water cooler and people are like, hi there, have you heard two fucking guys with a BMI of 4,000 are getting ready to have a boxing match? It's going to be quite the show. I haven't heard anyone talking about that.
But what I want to do with that
is... There's an article in the Mirror. Roblox, I do not believe... Okay, Roblox, is it about Boogie 2988 versus Wings of Redemption? Or is it that there is going to be a boxing match, though? It's being marketed as the 800 pounds fight. That sounds hilarious. If it is, if you have Twitter, fucking DM me a picture of that or something like that. That sounds fucking hilarious. That sounds... you know what? I'll eat my words if that's real. I'll have a read of it. It'll be fucking hilarious. What is it? It's in the Mirror. Okay. The Mirror. 800 pound boxing match. Why not? Let's see if I can see it here. Oh my Christ, it is! Oh, you mad bastards. YouTube star punches female referee. What the fuck? Oh, Chris Reagan. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Let's have a wee read at this. The Mirror, I'm stealing your content here for a second. Even here it says KSI talking about Logan Paul. That's all people care about. Fantastic. The Mirror. Yes, I agree. Fine, whatever. Piss off. Fucking, I don't care. YouTube stars Wings of Redemption will share a combined weight of 800 pounds to their... Can we get a confirmation of that? Can we get an actual confirmation of this? Wings, real name Geordie Jordan, rose to fame in 2008 for uploading videos of himself playing the popular first-person shooter game Call of Duty. The YouTuber gained a cult-like following on the platform for his controversial playing style in the game. With Wings, this was definitely talked by someone who actually kind of knows about the situation. They're talking about like his controversial style of like playing. I love that they just call him like a fucking camper noob or something like that. That made me happy. With Wings later being known for his heated rivalry with fellow content creator Cindy. It wasn't really a heated rivalry. Really. It wasn't like like one match that went really badly for him, and like the attempted rematch. It wasn't like a long running rivalry. I think like Syndicate instantly forgot Wings existed. Boogie, real name Stephen Williams, currently has over 4 million YouTube subscribers and has gained internet success around the same time as Wings. Boogie, who weighs around 400 pounds, is most known for his comedic sketches in which he portrayed the fictional character Francis, and with many of his videos for over a decade amassing tens of millions of views. I obviously this person doesn't know Boogie that well, because I believe Boogie told his dead mom that he had 1 billion views. So I don't know, maybe fucking fact check yourself there. YouTuber boxer KSI read the announcement saying, "Oh my god, if someone had told me this would happen 10 years ago, I would have laughed and blocked them. Family still can't believe it's happening." Talks about KSI. Boogie has confirmed that the fight will be 3 rounds, each round being 2 minutes long. Jesus, that is sad. The YouTuber is classified as disabled, admitted to having numerous health issues such as asthma, arthritis, and polycythemia. The list of Boogie's health worries didn't put him off except in the fight, and he hopes to inspire fans and sympathies. That is so fucking cringe. What are your thoughts on the 800-pound boxing match? I'm going to end this thing with the plan to win. Boogie said on his YouTube return. If I can make it all the way through the 3 rounds, I will be happy with that. If I'm standing at the end, I'll be very proud of myself. There are going to be some people tuning in to watch 2 fat guys make fun of them. There's also hopefully going to be a few people here inspired by this. I want to prove to myself that I can face my fears. I'm going to do my absolute best to put Jordy on his ass. This is a very important first step to put everything I've learned in the last few weeks into action. That's even sad itself, that it is... I'm going to put everything that I've learned in the last few weeks for this boxing match because this thing was so short notice. Is that it? Isn't Richard Jordan the guy who admits to watching CP and wants the age of consent lowered to 12? That's him. Oh my lord. Oh Christ. Is this all Jordy Jordan 12 years? Okay. This is going to be all that. Thank you, Road Blocks. I do appreciate you letting me know about that. Guys, consider my words officially eaten. Officially eaten. I'm going to have a wee swig of beer to wash down my words with. That's fucking hilarious. That's outstanding. Thank you, that perked me up a lot.
Is pure, man. I want to help people. I've always wanted to help people.
Cringe.
I lost sight of that for a while, and that's why everything went to shit.
Yeah.
I'm back to where that's my primary goal, is to help people, and I hope my content proves that every day, and I hope this...
Boogie wants to help people, and he hopes his content proves that every day. We're going to have a content review. Holy shit, I forgot how long it takes me to get through these videos. Okay. Francis gets TikTok banned from America. That helped me. Collectibles destroyed. The last was PC bugs. GameStop blames the games. Zelda, something. Diablo 4 returns. RE4 reviews are out. Redfall dodges PlayStation 5. Justin Roiland in charge. Blah, blah, blah. Banned for butt cracks. The Reddit butt crack bandit Crackgate. The Diablo 4 beta review. It has issues. This is helping me. Do you know what? This is helping me. Thanos was right. The Avengers suck. It helped me. It helped me realize that genocide is the way to go, guys. Someone's going to clip that out of context. Genocide, super based, boys. Super based. Mario, the movie, isn't woke. That actually, do you know what? That helped me. That helped me because I hate woke stuff. That's also really clipped out of context. I get really upset when things are woke. And there's this like a white guy with like a red hat on, and he wasn't woke. At no point did he say the future is female. And do you know, I like the movie now. What is helping you? What helps people here? What helps people here? Like, what is this? Hershey's, the thing that got him like a lot of controversy because people called him transphobic for it. Where's the helpfulness in it? Is it people wanting to know where his Mountain Dew is? Is that like a really important question to people? And they're like, oh, okay, that's where his Mountain Dew is. Fuck off. I'm sorry, this is so silly. Really important work culture, that's the thing. I think this is going to go in the central library. Don't know which country, but the central library. Maybe if like Macedonia or something like that. We're going to recreate Macedonia just a bit, put like a library of like Boogie's cultural impact. I remember they wanted to hate the Mario movie so bad because Super Peach. Why? I'm sorry. Like, I watched the Mario movie. Good fun. I enjoyed the Mario movie. It was absolutely fine movie. It's like it is like a kids movie. It's not like super like crazy or groundbreaking or anything like that. But I was sitting there watching and going like, I think some people are probably going to be upset that Peach is kind of a bit of a badass in this, but she doesn't. It's not like she does everything in the entire movie. But it's like, yeah, like what else are you gonna do with Peach? Like, she was like a nothing character in most of the video games. So what are you gonna do with Peach? We can't really just have the trope of like, oh, she's a princess, you know, she gets captured, you know. It's like, oh, okay. Demon Mama made an updated video about him. I would rather tweeze every pube off my ballsack than watch a Demon Mama video. There you go. I had to watch some Demon Mama content when I was watching through flamenco stuff, because flamenco likes to fucking respond to them. And Jesus, just what, like, watching like flamenco in general, I was sitting there going, do you know what is weird? When, because I generally am not a huge fan of like Vosh or anything like that. I don't really care. I watch the stuff every once in a while, but I'm not a huge fan of like Vosh or Xander Hall or anything like that. But it's so weird when you're watching someone as like uninspiring, fucking lame, weird, awkward as flamenco, and it's like, do you know, you make Vosh look really good here. No wonder Vosh has a hard on anytime flamenco covers him, because Vosh is like, oh fuck, thank God for this slam dunk you have just given me. This is a gift. Is it Christmas today? Holy shit, thank you for making my life so I don't even have to reveal my power level to fucking beat you. This is like an opening fight in Dragon Ball Z after Goku just stepped out of the fucking time chamber and one of the wee goons runs up to him. That's how fucking easy this is for Vosh. But watching fucking Demon Mama content, Jesus Christ, that was so painful. So fucking painful. I like the weird mixture of like ignorance and smug. It rivals flamenco on the weird mixture of ignorance and smug. Fucking hated it. There you go. That's my Demon Mama talk.
Fight proves it. I'm going into this thing with the plans of winning.
Yeah.
There's a very real possibility that could not happen. Then, if I can just make it all the way to the end of this fight, make it through all 3 rounds, and Rocky this shit, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he's copying me now, talking about Rocky. Why would you copy me, Boogie? Yeah, could you make it 3 rounds? Yeah. Like, it's not going to be a lot of movement. Like, he says he can stand for like 10 minutes at a time. This is only 6 minutes they're looking for, with like, well, we sit down break in the middle of it. Could he easily like stand for like the 3 2-minute rounds? Yeah, like it's not even a challenge. I don't really think that's hard. If the fight happens and Boogie doesn't just throw himself on the ground to instantly get counted out, yeah, I think it's entirely realistic that he could stay up the entire time. Do you remember those Weeble Wobbles? The Weeble Wobbles, they're like a kid's toy, and they have like a bean-filled base, and you knock them over, and they Weeble Wobble, and then come back and stand straight upright again. I kind of just imagine the fight's going to be like that. It's going to be a bit like cringe just to see like who hits the ground first, because I think if like one of them gets hit or moves wrong, the sheer momentum of their body weight will just cause them to stagger and fall over. Yeah, I don't know. Will I watch it? Yeah, fuck, sure, why not? But I don't think it's going to be particularly interesting. Hello, Sleepy, how are you?
If I'm being honest, if I'm still standing at the end of this thing,
Hey,
I
Sweeker.
will be really proud of myself. If I can lumber my giant body into that ring and take a beating and hopefully dish one out as well, if I can take this calculated risk and get the best possible outcome, then hopefully
Well, happy birthday, Andrew. How are you? I'm going to take a wee swig of my drink here, which is Rockshore Irish Lager. So I'm going to have a wee sip here. Hello, Nashville as well. How are you? Yes. Jesus Christ, Squeaker, what are you doing? You might hear my microphone get headbutted a few times. Squeaker is here, and he's up in my lap. I'm gonna watch the fight. I guess it'll exist. My biggest curiosity is how's Boogie going to get in the ring? Well, how Boogie and Wing's going to get in the ring? It just seems like it's, you're going to have to step between the ropes, unless they're going to have like a special ring where they like remove the ropes from them to step in. I think that'll be like standing, for 6 minutes. That's not that hard. Taking a punch or two, that's really not that hard. Getting in the ring, I think that's going to be the hardest. What is my dog? My dog is a husky.
I show the people watching that they can take the calculated risk as well and get the best possible outcome. And hopefully they will be a little less afraid to do the things they need to do. If I can face my fears, then you can face yours. You can learn that by watching this. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some people in there who's just going to tune in to watch 2 fat guys and make fun of them. And that's okay.
Oh, we're literally just watching the Mirror article. We're literally just watching the Mirror article. These are the quotes I took. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be watching for. To be brutally honest, I'm never gonna hide that. That's what I'm going to be watching for. I don't really buy the whole thing that it's like, guys, I'm doing this to inspire the youth. It's stuff like that. It's like silly, because it's like, do you know what would be much more inspirational for people, potentially for his viewer base? It's for him to like lose the weight. Getting into like a freak show boxing match for like $50,000, whatever the sum was that they said. Getting into something like that and just going in to get a bit of a slap fight just to get some money when you're not really in any real risk. I think you're gonna be fine. It's not like I'm facing my fears, guys, because I could die. It's like no, you're okay. You're okay. If a doctor happens to sign you off, then obviously the doctor thinks that you are medically up for it. The doctor would never sign you off if you have all the issues that you claim to have and they think you're going to just fucking drop dead. You realize we as a society have developed so much that now for a boxing match we are speculating if one of the boxers could stand the whole match as a legitimate topic. Yep. Culture's great, isn't it? Culture's great. Let's go Demon Mama here and do a late stage capitalism rant or something like that. They need to wrestle in mud. They need to wrestle in chocolate pudding instead of mud. And for their little charge up moments, they get to like eat some of the mud on the ground just to get them a wee sugar boost, get them up. It's gonna be like, I don't know, fucking Goku taking his sensu bean. I don't know why I'm making a lot of Dragon Ball Z references here, but that's kind of where we're at right now. That is only admirable if you actually train like Wings is, not eat pizza on camera and shit. Yeah, pretty much. That's the thing. I haven't watched Wings. I haven't watched him recently. Has he lost any weight? If he's lost weight, I've seen a couple of things from him, like punching and doing kicks and stuff like that. Congrats. But I know he was doing a diet beforehand. I don't think it worked out for him. I've always said I think Wings is the most detestable of him, DSP, and Boogie. But, like, you know, if he works out and he loses the weight, then I'll congratulate him on it. I don't like him, but I'll like, yeah, okay, cool, congratulations. You actually did something. Bye. He's lost like 15, 20 pounds. Very good. That's something that's you can show and be like, look, guys, I went out there and give it my all. You know what? Might not have reached the bar I wanted to, but I tried. And that's perfectly admirable. Biggie being like, I don't know, I'm fucking sitting here and occasionally get up and punch a punch bag in a while. I'm a fucking icon. It's like, no, you're not. Stop it. It's a wee bit silly.
But there's also going to be a few people out there, hopefully.
I want to see a mukbang box and they fight around and eat a pizza, fight around and eat sushi. I think I made that suggestion right at the start. I said I wanted to see that and then have them sit down and have to eat like hot wings, like Carolina Reaper hot wings, like, and they have to eat like 3 of them and then get up and start punching. And if the other one hasn't finished the 3 hot wings, they just have to sit there and take the punches as they quickly try and eat the food.
Who are inspired by this, and if it's just 1 or 2 people, then it's worth taking a beating to help 1 or 2 people.
If Boogie, Phil, and Wings all went to the gym and got jacked, who would get the most women? I don't know. I don't know. Can we pay the girls? Because if they pay the girls, then Boogie probably would win that. I don't know. I'm trying to think who I think is like least physically attractive, but the biggest problem is I immediately think DSP is probably the least the most physically attractive out of the 3 of them. But that's because like we've never seen like a thin Boogie or a thin Wings, and just being fat generally does just make you look worse. I think Boogie's technically most single. Boogie is easily the most single. Wings seems to have a bit of a fucking attitude to him, a bit cocky, a bit confident. I think I actually would play a lot better than like Boogie. I think Wings generally could win a girl a lot more easily than Boogie, because Boogie would just probably resort to like, guys, I'm such a nice guy. Have you ever heard of Francis? And then, I don't know, they'd also go to a bar together, and like DSP would, I don't know, fucking go and immediately start playing the fucking gambling machine in the corner. Wings would try and chat up girls, and Boogie would sit there getting upset when the girls get like ID checked and sent away at the door for being under 21. That's probably how the scenario will play out in my mind.
I'll gladly take it. Knock my ass out, Wings, if it helps somebody. Hopefully it at least helps Wings.
That's so
but
cringe.
If I'm being genuinely honest, again.
Guys, I just want to get knocked out to help people, even if it's just to help Wings. Don't know if Wings turns us around and loses all the fucking weight, and like this is the start of a beautiful like rejuvenation of his existence. Boogie will fucking 100% take credit for this.
In this video.
Oh, Wings does he still have a lariat though? You know, if he had the F-150, dude, he could fit fucking 10 bitches in the back of that and 2 up front. He'd be taking all the girls home. Boogie, what's Boogie gonna do? Is he gonna get in his little fucking like broken down pimpmobile? He doesn't have a Tesla. If he had a Tesla, maybe, but he doesn't. Wings has an F-150.
It's hard to even admit this on camera. I'm doing this for me. 110%. I want to earn back some of my self-respect. I want to prove to myself that I can face my fears.
See, Boogie just can't say things. Like, murder cringe, 100%. Boogie can't just say things. Boogie says, honestly, guys, you know what? I want to do this for myself. Boogie has to, like, prefix it with, like, guys, it's hard for me to say this, but I have to say it. I'm doing this for myself. Why do you have to add all the extra bit that makes it so obviously a lie? Why do you have to do all the extra bit stuff? Like, you could just come out and just talk, you know, like a normal human does. But Boogie always has to, like, just to let you know, before I say this, guys, just letting you know I'm a good person. I'm just letting you guys know. Put that we seed, plant it in the back of your head, just let you know I'm a fucking good person, alright?
I want to prove to myself that I can rise to the challenges that I've created for myself in this life and overcome them. I want to prove that with this fight. I want to prove that to me, nobody else but me. And if I can, I'm going to do my absolute best to put Jordy on his ass. I promise you I will. I promise you.
Guys, how would you react if Boogie went out and he knocked the shite out of fucking Wings? How would you guys react? I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny. Be like, fuck, congrats. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny if either of them knocked each other out. What the fuck is this? Ads will run shortly for some viewers. Skip? What? Is that a new feature on YouTube? I got a wee thing just popped up said ads will play shortly for viewers. Ads skipped. Okay, cool. I didn't even think. Is it telling me my live stream's actually monetized? Guys. Now, this is pod racing, if my live stream is still monetized. If anyone who's, like, fairly new here, who hasn't seen one of my videos in a while, we have this recurring joke that all my live streams only get demonetized within about 30 seconds of me going live. So, that's how, like, no! It says I'm limited ads! I don't have ads! YouTube, what the fuck is wrong with you, sir?
Most people have stopped watching this video by now. It's like 5 minutes in. And if that's the case,
yeah.
I can say this to myself, but I can also say it to the people that stuck around it.
It's just, like I said, it's just the whole bit where he can't just say something. He has to... YouTube is trolling the fuck out of me. YouTube is just taking the fuck out of me, okay? He can't just say this. It's like, you know what, I'm saying this to myself. I want to work on myself, and I do. It might be selfish or whatever, but I want to do this for myself. I do hope you guys enjoy it too, but I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing it to prove a point. He can't just say that. He's like, guys, it's only 5 minutes in, so now it's just me and you, super fans. I'm about to be parasocial as all fuck here and talk about my loving super fans who are amazing, and I love you guys. It's like, just fuck off, guys. We're just over an hour into this live stream, so I know that all you guys watching right now, you're my super fans. You all love me. You have potatoes tattooed on your tits. I know. Guys, you don't need to tell me. You can stop sending me all the pictures. Guys, the dick pics are kind of unnecessary, but you know what? I'll take them. If you have a wee potato drawn on your dick, I'll take it. But you guys are the super fans, and you know I appreciate it. I'm doing this live stream today for myself, yes, but also for you, because I was like, do you know what? My super fans, I bet they're lonely without me. So I have to come on here. Are you picking Boogie in the fight? I'm picking Wings in the fight. 100% I'm picking Wings in the fight. Like, yeah, I think Wings of Redemption, he is younger, he is better. That potato tattoo is on my asshole. Well, yeah, obviously, because it's brown, so it just it works with the potato-ness of it. Potato on my dick, sign me up. See, that's the thing. We're gonna start the potato cult here. We're all gonna get fucking potato tats.
Okay, this is a very important first step.
Yes.
Putting everything I've learned in the last few weeks into action.
If you take a million first steps, is it still always your first step? It's just, we're just doing the flashback to last, what was it, June? When the Sam Hyde fight was announced. And he was like, this is my first step, guys. I'm in the gym. I'm swimming. This is my first step to my brand new life. And I'm finally going to do it this time. And then we're just like, we're nearly a year later. And it's like, okay. We still doing this? We still doing this? Because I remember when you started therapy, that was also your first step to your new life. And then I remember once you got your cancer diagnosis, that was also your first step to your new life. I feel like we've had a lot of first steps. Like, if I had this many first steps, I would be at my destination already.
This is me learning to trust myself.
And love myself.
And trust others.
And love myself.
Learning to love myself.
Biggest Yuichi, thank you very much for super chat. We so lonely. Go boil a potato and cabbage. I did earlier, so good. My Irish roots. Honestly, appreciate you. However, Biggest, you didn't mention where your potato tattoo was. Instead, you're talking about the genocide of my people and eating my people. So, God, I'm hurt. Will the stomach staple for Wings help him or put him at a disadvantage when punching the stomach in the ring? I have fucking no idea. Like, Wings should jump up and hit his stomach staple against Boogie's fake teeth. That's the thing. They need to have a clash of the fucking titans there, and we'll see which piece of modern machinery breaks down first. You have returned, King. The King has returned, guys. You can call me the Fellowship as I go to the two towers, because the fucking Return of the King is here. I've made a lot of Tolkien references as well. I don't know, I'm all about references recently. Mods ban anyone talking about Boogie knocking me out. Exactly that, guys. Mods, get in here. Fucking ban, I don't know, Jasonic 1525. You're the first name I saw. Sorry, you're getting banned.
So that I can love the universe
Hey,
and I can
you.
love others. This is the first step towards helping myself.
Sorry, I'm
so
getting
that I
attacked by
can
my cat.
help the universe and help others.
God.
That's everything I'm here for. That's
I felt like I hit rewind there. We're at least saying the same thing we just fucking said.
everything I want. I got everything else out of my system.
Beautiful.
I got the women stuff out of my system. I got the
Okay.
video game stuff out of my system. I got the traveling out of my system. I just, man.
How the fuck do you get to traveling in a system? This is the first time you've actually left the country. £800, one ring, Wings Redemption versus Boogie, $2.98 on Drama Alert. Fascinating. Not going to watch it now because it is about 30 minutes, and I am Jesus absolute Christ squeaker. Hello, he is all over me right now. What are you doing? Probably going to watch this. I'm going to watch the other Boogie video, and then I'm going to end. Who knows? Who knows, Seth? Maybe I'll do a separate reaction. Maybe you guys will get another piece of content from me. Who actually knows? We'll have a wee look at it. I'll have a wee look at it later on. And I might record a wee reaction as I watch it and just see if it's interesting enough to put it up.
Like videos that help me and help others. That's it. That's it. That's my life. That's all I want.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I draw my last breath.
Oh, Christ. I cringed so far at my own asshole that my potato tattoo disappeared. Do you think if this fight actually happens, will it change anything or redeem either one of them? No. Like I said, Boogie has had so many first steps. I just don't see it changing anything. Boogie said he changed his life when he got his cancer diagnosis. He changed his life when he did the I Need Your Help begging video. Hi. Hello. I notice him just staring at me. Yeah, he's changed his life so many times, and then nothing has changed. So I honestly I don't see it ever happening. I don't think this will change his life. Wings, nah. Wings is also a creature of habit. He will blow through the money, and then he'll start stressing about the money situation again because he's blown through the money that he got, and then he's going to start worrying again. He's going to start getting testy with people again. I have seen Wings make more changes than Boogie has recently, though. He's starting to leave up vlogs and stuff like that, which, you know, is good for him. You know, it's the type of content I would rather have. I prefer people leaving stuff up because I don't really have time a lot to catch people doing live streams, so it's hard for me to keep up with people. So I do like when people leave their vlogs up. It's one of the things when I was doing like flamenco to watch through, to think about doing a wee video on him, and it was like, he has deleted like 90% of his content, which first he saves me from having to watch it, which is convenient for me, but at the same time it's like he's deleted like 90% of his fucking content here. So hi. Just staring at me again. So he's deleted 90% of his content, which means I don't feel like I have a full picture. And as anyone who's watched me know, I'm a bit of not a perfectionist because my videos are dog shit and my audio levels are all over the place, but like I like to know in depth what I'm talking about before I start really talking about it in like an actual scripted video. Off the cuff, kind of joking around in a live stream or a reaction video, yeah, sure, whatever. But like on an actual scripted video, I generally like to try and have things like written down and like, hi. Nope, that's fine. Okay.
Entertain and help others. And entertain and help myself. That's a hell of a life, ain't it? And I hope I get to do it forever.
Boogie,
People that won't watch this, I get it.
my cat is considerably more interesting than you right now.
I'm doing it. God bless you and I love you. But even for those of you who are going to watch this, just a
How can you do this much padding in a video and still not manage to hit the 8-minute mark? Like, bro, like so much of this has been padding. He's just saying the same thing over and over again. Like everyone said when I joked that he's going to talk about, like, even if I die in the ring, it will serve a greater good. Like it's been that, but it's been that for about 3 minutes straight. Now they tell you the info, then it's their fault if you're misinformed. You know what, Umbrella, I kind of agree with that, and I kind of buy it. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to cover drama that everyone already knows about, which is something I have with flamenco, because not a huge number of people talk about flamenco, which doesn't bother me. I don't really mind talking about more obscure lol guys. I talk about Boogie, you know, like he's not an overly popular lol guy, so I don't really mind that. But it's just like I feel like when I look at things like, because Nicholas Diori has made videos on flamenco, there's another guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he made a couple of good videos on flamenco. Augie RFC made videos on flamenco, and like two of them, at least, even the third guy spoke to flamenco on a podcast and all. So they're all like involved, and they all know all the depths to it, and they've all been dumped all their information and all. So when I'm sitting there looking at doing a video, and I'm like, well, those people like kind of covered most things, and I want to put my own spin on it, obviously, but I would like to talk about stuff that people haven't talked about. That's why I watch the rest of the content, 'cause I like to talk about stuff that other people don't know about, and I might be able to save them a bit of time, or maybe show them something new and interesting. So, yeah, that's kind of how I look at, like, doing these videos.
Down on us, I promise you, I'm going to make it as entertaining as possible, okay? I'm going to Andy Kaufman this shit if I can.
That's so
okay?
cringe.
When we're filming with Keemstar tomorrow, I promise you, I'm going to be as entertaining as possible.
See, I don't get the Andy Kaufman thing. Did you hear Chris Chan got released? I did hear Chris Chan got released, actually. I was thinking about doing a video on him, but I don't know. I haven't followed Chris Chan too much, because obviously after the whole mom thing, the funniness has kind of been tainted a wee bit. So I was like, should I catch up with Chris Chan, because I haven't followed in like a year or two. Should I just catch up with him and do a video about what's happened, where they are now, a little bit of a history thing? But then I was like, I don't really know. Might still happen. Who knows? Are you going to interview Chris Chan? Look, I don't want to spoil what may or may not be happening. But we do have a special 1 year anniversary planned. God, imagine me just interviewing Chris Chan. That'd be fucking bizarre. That'd be like, I wouldn't ask any questions anyone cares about. I would just be like, bro, just tell me about Sonichu. Just tell me about the world of Sonichu. I just want to know what you actually think about. He prefers the name Jesus these days. Well, actually, first finger snap, umbrella finger snap. She prefers the name Jesus Christ, Emmanuel, Blue Heart, Lord Savior, CPU, Goddess of the Eternal Sunshine, Rainbow, Twilight Sparkle, Sonichu. That's her name. Every time it's like fucking Khaleesi in Dungeons and Dragons, no, Game of Thrones, where it's like, I'm Khaleesi, fucking the firstborn of her name, Queen of the Iron Isles, all this shit. Like, never ending. Never ending title. And like, every time I see fucking Chris Chan post a fucking letter, it's like, holy shit, your name has gotten even longer. Which I do kind of live for. I think that's fucking hilarious. Like, but every time it's like, Jesus Christ, could you fit any more fucking honorifics? Like, they're gonna end up with like San or like Senpai or something like that at the end. Eventually they're gonna be Sonichu Senpai or something like that. Once he gets back into fucking anime, it's gonna be, oh, I'm Sonichu Senpai desu.
We'll give you the entertainer that you're looking for, and we'll give you plenty to make fun of and laugh at.
Surprise Boogie appearance? Well, okay, Boogie, you know, we may have a special collaboration planned when he flies out to London. Imagine that. Like a fucking, Sunday kick up a live stream, it's me and Boogie and like having a pint in a pub or something like that. I can barely remember phone numbers. Bro, I don't remember phone numbers. I barely remember fucking anything. It's why I was like, I probably should get back into Boogie and say, hi. Hello. I was like, I should get back into Boogie. I was like, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch my old videos, because I don't remember a lot of what happened last year. Ever since I got the super COVID, my memory has been a wee bit foggy. So my memory's not as good as it used to be, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know, whatever, you deal with it. So I'm going to go back and probably watch all my old stuff, and probably deal with how bad my audio quality was at the start. My audio quality's still bad, but I remember like so many people being like, "Bro, your audio's shit." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it is." That's back when I was using my fucking like CS:GO microphone before I got like a dedicated microphone. I'd be surprised if Boogie wanted to do an interview with you to promote the boxing match and Wings was on PK to promote his match. I don't think, but well, to be fair, like Wings on PK, yes, I get that would make sense, but they're going to get a 300,000 subscribers, like views. Okay. Boogie did a crossover with me. It's like, oh, congratulations, you got 10,000 views. I really don't think I'd break the internet with that one. Hi. But he would definitely do like a video. It's like talking to my most evil troll, who's literally Troll Hitler, Potato Hitler, and me have a talk. Mainly about how he obviously must like QAnon or some bullshit like that. That's what he fucking titled it. Boogie was on PK again. I saw he was on PKI. I was tempted. I was tempted to watch it, but then at the same time, I saw like the reaction to it was generally, wow, Boogie actually came across really humble here. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is going to be one of those manipulative videos where he comes in trying to be all like, oh, guys, I just love you so much. I love being on this podcast. Guys, I know I may have criticized you before, but you know what? I was wrong. You're all right, guys. It's going to be something like that. And I was like, I don't play that game. I'll watch it at some point, definitely. But it's not something I'm like rushing out to say.
Just have this video.
Let's go.
The authentic, real me. And know how I actually...
He admitted that he faked the gas station story. Another lie to add to the books. Admittedly, did anyone need him to confirm that? It's like, Boogie breaks the internet by admitting that he doesn't mean mug people and scare them in public. It's like, what? No!
I don't know what I'm actually doing, and I hope it's helpful. And then finally, Jordy, if you're watching this video, and I got a feeling you probably will.
I got a feeling he probably won't. Like, holy fuck. Like, I'm apparently your most dedicated evil detractor, and fucking watching 6.5 minutes of this at 1.25 speed makes me want to set myself on fire. What is the gas station story? Boogie told a story on PKA where he claimed that he, him and his, like, wife, like, his girlfriend would, like, sorry, I think it was his wife, it wasn't his girlfriend at the time, his wife was just repeatedly got, like, sexually assaulted in front of him at gas stations, where, like, guys would just walk up and, like, grab her ass or grab her tits in front of him, and at one point, when he wasn't there, some guy just got in her car with her and tried to go home with her, like, just like randomly. It was like such a silly story, and like everyone on the podcast is like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? This, like, no, this is not real. And Boogie ended up saying, like, because, like, I think Kyle said, your girlfriend needs a gun. Like, is it just happening, like, routine when she's at your local gas station? Why doesn't your girlfriend have a gun? And then Boogie leans in the mic and goes, she doesn't need a gun, she has me. And like fucking everyone goes silent and just stare at the screen. And then Kyle goes, obviously she needs a gun if it's still fucking happening. And he's like, no, don't worry, I take care of it. And people are like, hi. And he's just like, well, they take one look at me. And I stare at them and I go, she's with me. And, you know, they get the message and they run. And it's like, fuck off. Fuck off. I think, like, you know, I'm okay in a fight. I'm considerably lighter than Boogie, considerably more athletic. Even I wouldn't say that about myself, because that would make me embarrassed with myself. And it's more believable with me. It's more believable with Squeaker here. Squeaker, would you win a fight? Nope, you don't give a fuck. He is ignoring the shit out of me. Like, Squeaker is like fucking tiny. Squeaker's my tiny little anorexic cat, while Chonker's my big fat cat. Squeaker is more intimidating than Boogie, and it is so fucking cringe. It is so fucking cringe. But it's funny if he admitted that. I hope that this entire reaction from the host is like, no shit. Bro, no shit. If you're an assault and Boogie came up and looked at me, I would start laughing. Yeah. I'm sorry, what's the intimidation? If you're willing to go up and apparently just grab someone's tits in public and, like, fucking Boogie walks up, you'd probably just be like, oh, sorry, do you want to squeeze as well? Like, I'll give your tits a squeeze too, mate. Like, you know, I'm an equal opportunity tit squeezer here. There, in no way are you going to be like, bro, Jesus, bro, I'm sorry, I randomly just sexually assaulted someone in public here. You know, I know, don't give me a beating. The only threat he'd have is if he fell on you.
I got a message for you, buddy. I tried to message you personally a few times. You don't seem to be into it, so let me just go ahead and say it here, okay?
Cool.
Good luck, man. I hope we both use this opportunity to better our lives.
Cringe.
Better our self-esteem and better our futures. And I love and respect you, brother. And I hope we put on a good show. And I hope...
I just hope you're not this cringe. I just hope you're not this cringe. Like, I'm trying to think what would be worse. Okay, guys? You know, back me up here and give me your opinion on... What do you think would be worse? Do you think it'd be worse if Boogie kept trying to do that weird shit he was doing on Twitter, where he's like, you know, Wings, maybe you should put down the Pepsi and pick up a weight. You know, like that level of really shit smack talking that was just like, it wasn't fun, it wasn't interesting, it wasn't like cool or anything like that. Or would you rather have this, where he's like, Wings, my brother, I love you. Our souls are intertwined, and our connection reaches into the stars, where we are stars, shining bright in the darkness of the world, leading the hopeless to hope, because we are powerful, and we will change people's lives. Would you rather have the first shit or the second shit? Because I kind of prefer, like, the crap smack talking than this, like, oh my god, aren't we so fucking wholesome shit? Because that is so fucking boring. Imagine, like, Conor McGregor came out for his next boxing match and was like, do you know what? I don't mind if I lose, as long as we make people happy. If he came out and said that, you'd be like, bro, fuck me, come on, that's lame. Boogie also said he agreed to fight because he doesn't want to sell his stuff. He's pulling the old Chris Chan excuse. Sell your stuff, but I don't wanna. Did he say he's already selling his stuff to survive? He was already selling his magic cards, which he hasn't done in ages. Like the Whatnot streams, he hasn't done them in absolute ages. Sorry, I need a new beer. He hasn't done a Whatnot stream. Oh my god. Squeaker, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get you off my lap here first. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you. I'm gonna have to. I want to get him off my lap in case this one fizzes up because I don't want to cover. Like if my dick gets covered in fucking beer again, that's fine. I don't want to get my cat covered in fucking beer. Yeah, he was. He hasn't done a one-off stream in a very long time, which is, like I said before, it's weird because he made like $1,000 an hour pretty much on those. So it seems kind of weird that he isn't doing them anymore. It's guys, it's almost like I said before. It's like he doesn't need the money, and he only did those one-off streams in the run-up to Magic 30, as if he was trying to pay for his trip to Magic 30. And then once Magic 30 fell through, he decided he wasn't doing them anymore. You know, I'm just saying. Also, wasn't. I say the run up to Magic 30. I mean the run up to traveling to Magic 30, which would obviously include a pit stop because he said he liked to travel to booty call. So I'm assuming his trip to Magic 30 would have also included a high-ranking hooker because isn't prostitution legal in Vegas? I think it is. I think that's why Ethan Ralph liked going so much. So I'm assuming that's why he was going.
Nobody gets hurt, but if someone has to get hurt, I hope it's you. That said, I'm filming with Keemstar this week. I'm traveling this weekend. I'm training every day. My YouTube schedule, my stream schedules is going to be a little wonky for a little while, but I'm going to do my best to keep you entertained. But May 13th.
It's not? I thought it was.
I hope you'll be.
I'm sure that's why Ethan Ralph is going.
You have to pay a dime to watch it. I hope you love it, and I hope it's a good time for everybody. As always.
Don't imagine it will be. Okay. Pretty bad. You got this. Use the power of the internet in your fists and Martin Jr. veins. Guys, do you remember that? Do you remember do you remember Mountain Dew? do you remember Mountain Dew? Like where is that dang old Mountain Dew? Fuck me. His fan base are fucking cringe. Let's go into it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you. I was getting to the power.
He does look bigger. I know he's hunched his shoulders up here, but he does look bigger. I'm going to put this up to 1.5 speed because like he speaks in slow motion. Like he does look bigger already, and it's just like you'd think if he was training every day, like for even for a couple of weeks, out of a man his size, there would be a noticeable difference at this point. Especially if you're eating in any way healthily. Magic cards, right? The same magic cards we laughed about scamming the IRS with something about his whole thing, because I remember he got upset about that when he was reading his Wikipedia article, and the Wikipedia article includes that him, quote-unquote, like, potentially admitting to tax fraud, and he threw a temper tantrum and was like, I didn't admit to it, and it's like, that's why it said you potentially admitted. The wording is very important. But it's like, he would say that he bought, because back when he was pretending to own a game store, but also claiming that he didn't actually own it, he just bought stock from there because he had helped, like, invest it initially, so they give him stuff for wholesale price. So he would claim that he would buy stuff wholesale price through them. And then anything he sold for cash. Because he sold it for cash, there was no paper trail, and as such, the IRS had no way of like knowing. So he could buy a box of magic cards for like $100, for example, wholesale price because it's through the business, so he doesn't pay tax on it. I think that's how it works in America. And then he sold the cards individually when he got good pulls. Once he got the good pulls, he would sell them, so he could buy a box for like $100, sell for $300, and he didn't have to declare it because it was all done in paper, so he might have had to sell it for a little bit less than they're worth. However, because he was selling for cash, he didn't have to pay tax on it. He never specifically said, I do this, but he kind of implied that he did it. That's why it's, potentially admitted to, tax fraud.
Of the internet. This is one of my rambling videos. This is my vlogging video, in which I just talk about life and the universe and things around me that are particularly interesting to me. I hope you enjoy this type of thing. And if you do, drop a like on the video, leave a cool comment. There will be a keyword at the end of this video, so you definitely want to.
Fantastic. What the fuck does keywords even mean anymore? Why have this as like a rambling video? Why do the whole introduction? It's like, oh, this is a rambling video, guys. Why don't you make this like a specific? This is an update on my boxing match, which is all the title's about. So why is it a rambling video now? It just seems weird because I think a lot of people would just like click off here and that because my immediate reaction is, oh, so is this not about the boxing match? Are you going to talk about a bunch of other shit that I don't care about too? I really just want to know about the boxing match, dude.
Leave that keyword in your comments so I know you made it all the way to the end. First, let me do a little bit of promotion. My podcast that I've done a couple of episodes of now has its own channel. I think you will really enjoy that podcast if you decide to tune into it. The link is going to be down below. Click the link. Watch some of the highlights.
God. I wonder how much he'd have to pay me for me to appear on his podcast. Well, I don't know. What would be the threshold? Do I have to get like over 100,000 subscribers and then he'll take me on his podcast? Is that going to be my goal? Should I aim for 100,000 subscribers and then I can be on and we can pretend about how I'm such a big star and how I became internet famous? Are we gonna do something like that?
Check out episode 3 when it drops later this week. Episode 3 is an interview with Keemstar. And I got Keemstar to open up in a way I've never heard him open up at all. He talked about the most horrid stuff he's ever done.
Classic. I love his like snap zoom there. Like, is it better than his like slow panning zoom he usually does? I'm not 100% sure. Do we care? like I said, I like Keemstar, I do, but I've seen Keemstar talk for days on other people's podcasts, and all. I don't believe it's like, oh my god, Keemstar actually opened up, guys, which he's never. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I think that's not. Ask for $10,000 this podcast. My time is worth a lot more than $10,000 to do a fucking podcast with him. Ordered a Steam Deck. Thoughts on this? Very cool. I was tempted to get a Steam Deck, but I decided to hold off. And instead, I'm just going to finally upgrade my PC, potentially in the next few months here. Because my PC is literally a potato. That's not even a joke. It runs on Windows 7. And on Steam, on Steam recently, I got a little pop-up at the top saying, in 200 days, Steam is no longer supporting Windows 7. And I was like, for fuck's sake. To be fair, my computer is like a decade old. Because I wasn't ever a huge PC gamer. All the games I played on it, they worked. None of them were super graphically intensive games. And I had a PlayStation for anything in particular I wanted to play that was new. So I never really upgraded my PC. But it's one of those things now where I do more stuff on my computer. I've noticed it really, really blatantly slowing down. Some of the stuff, like OBS, I'm using an older version of OBS because it's still supported on Windows 7. I use an old version of Photoshop and what the fuck did I use? After Effects? What the fuck is it called? Sony Vegas. I use an older version of those. I got to the point where when I render a video, I notice it taking longer now. I notice it taking longer. It's when I'm rendering a 30-minute video, it shouldn't take an hour and a half to render because my computer is just so slow right now. So yes, I have decided finally I'm going to upgrade my computer. That will happen at some point. I'm not 100% sure when though, because it's not a super big priority for me. It does everything I need to do, but for longer projects, I think I'm kind of put off doing longer projects in editing software because that anime one I did 3 months ago now, I think it was. The anime one I did 3 months ago was Rien, thank you very much for the £1. I should put that towards the computer fund. Thank you very much for Super Chat, mate. I do appreciate it. But the anime one I did, I actually had to render it in 3 chunks, I think. No, 2 chunks. It was 45 minutes each, because I think the video was an hour and a half. I had to do it in 2 chunks, then put the 2 chunks together in a new timeline afterwards, and then render it again, because when it was getting to 50 minutes, it crashed constantly. It was really chugging, so I was just because I was putting in lots of different clips and audio and stuff like that. I had to end up just I'll do 45 minutes, cut, render, start a new project, do the last 45 minutes, and then splice them together. What kind of games do I play? Not a huge gamer anymore. I play CSGO. I play Total War, Warhammer. I play that. I want to play Kerbal Space Program when it comes out. I really, really love the first one. I know the second one's out, but it's in early access. I'm not going to touch it for 6 months until it's the bugs are kind of ironed out a wee bit on it. And by that point, I'll have a new computer because it can be a graphically intensive game, just to running all the little things. And I generally have a whole bunch of mods installed on it. What other games do I play? What other games am I playing right now? I play War Thunder. I play War Thunder a fair bit. I do like War Thunder because I like tanks. And then I play the Persona games. I play JRPGs and CRPGs, stuff like that. I play this new indie game. It's a 10 out of 10. It's called Pizza Tar. It's fire. Pizza Tar? What is pizza? I kind of just... I feel like I'm going to be stupid if I ask, what is Pizza Tar about? But, Pizza Tar is a 2023 platform game created by an indie developer. It follows a pizza chef, Peppino Spaghetti, who must scale a tower to prevent the destruction of his pizzeria. Do you know what? Fucking sounds great. Do I emulate any games? I have emulated, I think... See, I have a lot of old gaming systems, so I still actually use them occasionally. So, generally Hello, Squeaker. I know. Is Cooper playing with you? Okay. I generally, play on the older systems if I really want to. I own, original PlayStation. I even have, an Atari 2600. Because I went out and bought a bunch of the old gaming consoles just because that was my interest for a little while. So I have all those. So I go back and if I really want a game, I'll generally buy it for the old console and I will just play it as is on the old console, so I generally don't emulate too much. When I was going to do a review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which has been pretty much in development for a year now, because it was I think it was before... Yeah, I did Boogie, and then I wanted to do other things, so I didn't want my channel just to be a Boogie channel. That's why I do other little projects every once in a while. But I really want to do like a review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, and I emulated Resident Evil Nemesis because I couldn't find my PlayStation at the time. I own a copy of it on the PlayStation, but I couldn't find the PlayStation at the time, and I didn't want to buy another one, so I emulated it because I was going to like play through it again instead of. Because I played the remake, I wanted to play through the original one again. And then the Pirating Games reported, it's fine. I own the original copy as well. I own the original copy as well. It's fine. I just had I got a special downloader for my CD tray, and I just put it in. It just somehow worked. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's I don't play a huge number of games, but I will potentially play a lot more. Jesus, that is quite a squeak. Hi. Don't step there, please. He has turned off my fucking computer so many times. He steps on the tar and he hits the fucking power button, and he does it so fucking often. Yeah, as I was waiting for my fucking stream to get nuked there. But I really want to play the Dead Space remake because I love Dead Space 1. In particular, Dead Space 1. Dead Space 2 is really good as well. Ever play Nintendo games? Every once in a while. I'm not super huge into them. I would like to play Animal Farm at some point. But I never got round to playing like really any. Got my girlfriend Switch for Christmas there, so I could play Mario Kart and stuff like that on it. I still haven't got around to playing do you like Ultima games? HWBT BL. I think BL is boy love. I don't know what HWBT stands for. I'm scared to Google search that in case it like constantly refers me to that. Ultimate games? No, I don't play Ultimate games. I played a few visual novels, and I might play some more, maybe like Steins Gate or something like that in the future, but I'm generally not really going for it. Irish doesn't strike me as giving a shit about piracy. Well, the Irish were famed for our pirates, because we're a fucking, I don't know, terrorists. I have fucking no idea where I was even going with that. I was trying to like string it together. I was like, maybe we should go with like the Viking heritage, and then I was like, probably not. Crisis 4 is released next year. I like Crisis 1 a lot. I don't remember playing 2 or 3. I don't remember playing 2 or 3 whatsoever. So, who knows? Maybe Crisis 4 will be good. Maybe if I get my big sexy computer thing, we'll go for it. But, yeah, really, Dead Space, I think Dead Space Remake is the big one. And Resident Evil 4 Remake as well. I wouldn't actually mind getting a Resident Evil 4 Remake, because I really enjoyed the first one. Not like as much as I enjoy the originals, because I like the originals because I do like the tank controls. But Resident Evil 4 Remake's good. Like, I got into like third-person shooters again because of Dead Space, like I said, so I wouldn't mind playing Resident Evil 4. We shall get back. I'd love the Samurai versus Vampires game. That seems very niche. It just sounds like the Deadliest Warrior game.
And how he feels about it. And I think you're going to be really interested in that because I was shocked. So go click the link, give it a follow, turn on notifications. That way when the video drops, you'll be there to see it. But I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I'm fighting off an upper respiratory thing, which is pretty common when I travel or have to be around other people. I traveled for a week with my friend, kid behind the camera, Michael.
I don't hear like an upper respiratory issue. I don't hear that he has the cold or anything like that. Like the fact that it's like the build up to the boxing match. He's like, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, by the way. However, I'm sick right now. You know, it happens a lot when I travel. I'm like, oh fuck, is this him sowing the seeds for getting ready to quit?
We filmed content together, and I was on my feet like 24 hours a day, and I trained for boxing over the weekend.
Sure.
And I hung out with a bunch of friends, and I went to a convention, and I basically really wore down my immune system. But you know what? It's not kept me from training. Since I got home, I'm still lifting the weights, I'm still hitting the bag, I'm still going on my walks. Doesn't matter. I just cough up phlegm the whole time I'm doing it because we are 2 weeks away.
You really you don't. I'm sorry. You don't sound like you're coughing up phlegm. You don't sound like that. It's like I said with I would never trick you into typing and looking up scaring content. How about Boy Love? Oh, okay. Yes, no, sorry. Ultimate Games, Boy Love stuff. Now that's not my bag. Just imagine you're saying, like, guys, I'm getting ready for my boxing match. You know, I'm still working out. I'm still doing my boxing training every day. I walk my dogs. It's like, I need a bit more than that. This is why I said if this was happening in a year, maybe this would be a bit more interesting. It's something that actually worked. Not a year, 6 months. 6 months. But when it first came out, wasn't it like a month or a month and a half or something like that after it was announced that it was meant to happen? Like the fact that you're doing that just straight off the bat, just like, bro, this seems silly. Can we just not do this? If you'd given it 6 months, I would have been a lot more interesting. Random game I recommend is Valkyria Chronicles on Steam. Valkyria Chronicles, that is the World War II-esque one where you can control a squad. I've played number 3. I have number 4. on my PlayStation. I played a bit of it, and I just kind of lost interest because I like the characters more in 3 and 4. I kind of just I'm getting bored with it, but I might get back to it at some point. Boogie never. If Dez never divorced Boogie, where do you think Boogie's career would be right now? I think it'd be a lot better. I think if Dez had stayed with him, I think his career would be a lot better off than it is right now because he would have someone at home to constantly give him, you know, ass pats and reassurances, and I think that is what someone like Boogie, who's very narcissistic, needs. So I think if he actually did have a loving wife or a loving girlfriend, I think he'd probably be a lot happier. They probably wouldn't be overly happy, but I think he'd be a lot happier, and he wouldn't be taking it out on the internet so much. So he could be taking it out on them instead, which obviously is not desirable, but I think his career would be in a better position.
From Fight Time. And I know you want me to talk about that, so let's talk about it. My medicals are cleared. My application is in. My passport is ready. The only thing left is for me to show up, and I absolutely plan to do that. And I've talked to Keemstar, and he's telling me the exact same thing.
I said during the cancer thing that I think it's cringe and weird for people to say they want to see his medical records, which I still stand by. But if he has all of the medical issues that he has outlined that he has, would a doctor clear him for a boxing match? When it's like, okay, well, how long are you training? Because you must be training for months. Is it next year? Is it a 2024 match? You must be training for ages so you can box safely. Are you fighting an experienced opponent? Someone who isn't going to go too hard on you? This is an exhibition match, right? Because obviously you're 430 pounds or whatever you are. Like, you know, obviously it's an exhibition match, so Are you fighting like an experienced boxer who's going to go really easy on you and kind of put you over, make you look good like it's a professional wrestling match? I was like, no, I started training 2 days ago, and I eat pizza, and the guy I'm boxing has never fought anyone before, ever, and he's as heavy as I am. What fucking doctor would be like, yeah, you know what, sounds good. Fuck it, why not? I'm sure I won't get sued if you die. Was their first question to him is like, well, do you have any living relatives? You don't? Oh, I'll sign you up because there'll be no one left to fucking sue me.
It's true for Jordy. So for all of you people who said, oh, this fight's never happening, Boogie's going to back out, Jordy's going to back out, this is all a con, this is all a bit. What's it like to take that L? I cannot tell you the changes that I had to make in the last couple of months.
Bro, the fucking match hasn't even fucking happened and you're trying to be cocky. Broseph. I don't care if it happens. I don't care about eating an L. It's fucking cringe either way. This is like, I'm sorry. Do you know what? If you came out and you announced the match and you posted up training videos, you posted up like you actually out working with a PT, working with a boxing coach. If you posted all of that stuff, you would have got way more views. So how's that for eating that fucking L that you can't even like monetize yourself accurately fucking anymore? But then I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool, 100%. He's working towards it. He's working towards it. He's turned this into a bit of a W for himself. He's actually doing pretty good. Instead, we have had like fucking 2 update videos, and one of them's like, guys, I don't care if I die as long as I make you happy, bro. Do you know what? I don't even think I could take a fucking L because that is so embarrassing. I feel like I've won already. I feel like I've won already because that shit is cringe as fuck. Hey, Mama D, how are you? That shit's too fucking cringe. It should be a sumo wrestling match. Anything. I always said it should be that fucking, what was it? What match? The Kaiju anime I talk about where every once in a while I play it. And I don't want to make you guys cringe that hard, so I'm not going to play it again. But it's the anime about girls who like play on little platforms, smashing each other with their asses, trying to knock each other into water like you do at the wee water parks and stuff like that. If those guys did that, put them in a thong each, fucking butter them up, have them butt their asses together. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. I would give them so much more credit than a cringe boxing match that is going to be dog shit.
Months to get cleared for medicals. Whether it's therapy and training or changing medications or getting off certain medications and going on new ones, it took a lot. But my doctor finally signed off. And I'm glad
it took a lot, but my doctor finally signed off. Bro, the fight was only announced a fucking couple weeks ago. How much can you do in a couple weeks? Why would he bring up therapy? That seems like a weird thing where it's like, oh, guys, you need to, you know, to be ready for this boxing match, you need to do fucking therapy? It's like Amberlyn Reed doing her fucking weight loss thing. Like, that makes more sense her doing therapy. For Boogie, it's like, before I clear you for your boxing match, you need to do therapy. What the fuck does that have anything to do with a boxing match?
did the work because right now I feel great. I look great.
You don't.
I do not want to talk about my current weight because my current weight is over 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I have put on weight while training, even though I've dieted, even though I've...
Please don't pretend you put on muscle, sir. Please don't pretend you put on muscle. Do you know what? Why aren't you give us a wee stand up and a wee twirl during this video. Why don't you do something like that? I'm sorry. If he's trying to act like he's put on weight, you can politely fuck off. Bro, I'm sorry. You don't look like you've put on weight at all. If you've been losing weight and putting on muscle, it can happen. Your chin would have got a wee bit fucking smaller, dude.
Exercised, I have put on weight. Probably because I got back on my testosterone supplements, so I'm building muscle for the first time in...
Why would they put... We're having issues here. Because he claimed he was taking off testosterone supplements because it gave him cancer and it would make the cancer worse. So why in preparation for this boxing match have they decided to put him back on testosterone? Is his doctor like, well, I know last week I told you that testosterone apparently caused your cancer and it's killing you. But you want to have a slap fight with an internet fucking weirdo? Do you know what? Take all the testosterone you need. I'm going to fucking inject it straight into your muscles. I'm going to get it from the biggest horse I can find. I'm going to anabolic steroid the fuck out of you. You're going to look like a Russian female weightlifter at the end of this. You're going to have big old titties, but muscles to die for.
a year, but I'm probably going to weigh in at about 405 at this thing. So be prepared for that. But I'll tell you what I was really surprised by.
Cool.
Keemstar was at my house last Wednesday to film.
If he is actually training and trying to lose weight, and he comes out at 405, I will not believe it's because he's put on weight by his vast amount of training. Because you don't gain muscle that quickly. You don't gain muscle this fucking quickly. You lift a little dinky weight every once in a while. You're not going to be fucking like, guys, I put on 3 kilograms of muscle. Putting on muscle is hard. It is hard. You will hear people talk about bulking for ages as they try and put on muscle. It takes a while, okay? It's not like fat. Fat you can put on and lose fairly quickly. Muscle takes a while to actually put on. So I'm sorry, if you do exercise for a little bit of time, you've not put on muscle. If he is actually like 405 when he weighs in, I will take it as it is because he has actually lost weight to get down to that level because he is so anxious about potentially fucking weighing at 430.
That documentary. The documentary was going to drop on Monday on YouTube, so go watch it. It was a lot of fun to work with him, but I was on my feet a lot. I was moving a lot more than I used to before I started training. And then the next day, me and Mike went down to Houston, and then we went to Houston, and we explored Houston, and then I did a convention, and at night we went out and partied, and then I drove back home, and I explored Galveston, and all this other stuff, and I was on my feet every day.
You explored Galveston? Bro, I've seen you at Galveston fucking 3 separate times on your travel videos. I hope you're not doing another travel fucking vlog soon. I've seen him there so many fucking times. You went to Retropalooza again. It's just like, I'm doing a big change in my life. And it's like, okay, what are you doing? I'm doing a boxing match. Oh, yeah, okay. Apart from that, I went to Ripley's, believe it or not, in Galveston. Again, I went to Retropalooza. I go there twice a year, and I've been going there twice a year for a decade. And yeah, it's like, so you're doing nothing new with your life. You're doing really nothing new with your life. You're doing a 6-minute spectacle boxing match for a laugh. Like, cool. Like, is that it? I'm sorry, I just don't find it groundbreaking. Like, credit to him. That's my one clap I give him. My credit to him. He's gonna go across if it actually does happen. And he goes across and he goes to whatever boxing arena it is in London. I have no idea. I haven't even looked. Cool. That's fantastic. And by the way, I'm sure people are curious because you're all fucking weirdos. I love you, but you're fucking weirdos. I'm just genuinely curious. Were any of you expecting me to actually go across this boxing match? Because I will tell you, I'm not fucking going to this boxing match. I will not go to this fucking boxing match. I don't care. I know I joked. Oh, if it's in London, maybe. Like, but I was like, if it was in London, I was like the O2 or something like that. There's no way I'm going across to this random fucking boxing match. Was playing Fortnite, looking for you, and I haven't logged on to Fortnite since I tried it on my PlayStation to see if it was working, and I just never got tempted to watch it to play it again. So
12-hour days, and yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. My back hurt, my legs hurt, I was sore, I was tired, but I got through it. And I'm telling you, years ago, before I started this boxing training and stuff, when I would go to Disneyland and stuff, I would be wrecked. Well, no, I got home and I was tired, I was sore.
A couple of weeks of like boxing training, where your boxing training is you walk your dog and you lift a couple weights. That will not change you this quickly. I've talked about this so many fucking times. I have talked so many times about this. That there are so many people, when they are like this heavy, they overestimate like their ability to do workout. They overestimate their level of endurance, how long they can go to the gym for. It's like Foodie Beauty, where she claimed when she started going to the gym, she claimed she was going for 2 hours, just like Boogie did. Remember Boogie when he started doing his swimming thing? He was like, yeah, guys, well, I did 50 minutes of calisthenics and about 40 minutes of laps. And it's like, no, you didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, a relatively fit person would probably struggle doing that. What are you actually talking about? But it's because they don't work out. They have no idea what working out even entails. It's like, if someone came up to me and said, how long would it take you to do this many push-ups, this many sit-ups, this number of burpees, how long would you then take after doing all that to run 5 kilometers? I could give them an accurate enough estimation. Because it's like, well, I know how long it generally takes me to do this many sit-ups, pull-ups, whatever. And I know at what point I start to get tired. And I know generally how slow I will then go after I get tired at doing that. All that kind of stuff. I could give you a genuinely accurate representation of that. Because it's you know, I've worked out. I work out. I know it. But when you talk to someone who like doesn't know how quickly you can do a sit-up, they will have no idea what to tell you. And then in their head, they weirdly like don't ever seem to factor in slow down. It's like, yeah, you could do 100 sit-ups. You could do them pretty quickly. You could do them 1 a second. It's not really that hard. But you get to 120 sit-ups, you're feeling it. You're starting to slow down. And it's like 1 every 2 seconds. 150 sit-ups, once every 5 seconds. You're slowing down. These people don't seem to realize that. It's just like, oh yeah, guys, I went for a walk the other day, and now I don't get tired. I just don't get tired anymore. My cardiovascular endurance is so improved. I just don't get tired anymore. I'm basically a fitness god. It's like, bro, that's not how it fucking works. That's not how this fucking works whatsoever. You do not undo 50 years of damage by fucking walking your dog for 3 weeks. Sorry, you don't.
I wasn't wrecked. I just went right back to training. No gaps, no breaks, no sleeping.
Sure. It's even just the fact that he claims he's doing it every day. It's I remember, I think it was Foodie Beauty. I was talking about Foodie Beauty recently, and I said it the same, where she claims, I'm going to the gym every day for 2 hours. It's like, no, you're not. Even if we're being generous to say you're going to the gym for 2 hours, you're not doing a huge amount of work over those 2 hours, but you're going to the gym for 2 hours with plenty of rest periods in between. Fine. You're not going the next day as a 430-pound woman who has never fucking exercised. You're not going the next day because your muscles will be on fire. You will be in pain. Getting out of bed will be a shit experience for you. I just think it's fucking goofy. Did he not say he walked 30,000 steps in one day? I think he claimed that during his travel vlogs when he was talking about walking around Disney. You will be in pain. You will feel like shit. Your muscles will be stiff. You'll be sore. I highly doubt he stretches correctly, so he's not going to stop the lactic acid buildup. He is going to fuck himself if he actually worked out and worked hard for one day. He is not going back the next day. It's these people that it's the thing that is just so bizarre with them is they never learn from this. They always keep making the same claim over and over and over again, and you get to a point where it's like, bro, it's not how it works. It's not how it works, especially for someone like you. People would respect you more and believe you if you came out and said, yeah, do you know what? I worked out last night, really sore today, so I'm going to go tomorrow. I like to have a rest day, give my body time to recover, because my body's not 100%. Maybe over time, I could do like maybe a 2-hour workout on a Monday, and then maybe a 30-minute light cardio session on the Tuesday, just to keep me ticking over. Something like that. That is like a reasonable thing people would say. But instead it's like, yeah, I did 2 hours last night, doing 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow. Fuck it, why not? Get the grind and Sigma meal. It's like, bro, that's not how you do. You will be fucking crippled. You won't be able to fucking move if you did that for 3 days in a row at your size and your general level of not fit.
48 hours like you used to after like a LA trip. I feel young again. I feel healthy again. I feel good again. And
I've heard this so many times. I do not know how many of his videos I've watched where he's been back to the gym, or he has like gone out and he's walked around a fucking con, or he did his therapy and he's like, guys, my back pain is finally gone. Oh, my knee pain is finally gone. I feel so good. I'm so healthy now. And I've heard it so many times over and over. And it's like, bro, I'm sorry. It would just be so much more respectful if you were like realistic. But the problem with people like Boogie, Amberlynn, Foodie is they have such high opinions of themselves. They can't be realistic. They can't be realistic with themselves because it would break their mental image of themselves. Their ego would fucking shatter if they have to say, yeah, do you know what? I'm a fat fuck, and I haven't worked out in 20 years. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do it, but I'm going to keep working at it, and over time, I will slowly find something achievable. It's like, if you're, I don't know, if you're someone who is morbidly obese, if you're watching this, you're morbidly obese, you know what you should do when you go to the gym? You should go for 10 minutes. There you go. You broke the seal. I'm getting very motivational here because I'm a good few beers in now. You should break the seal. You should go for 10 minutes. Because do you know what the hardest thing about going to the gym is? Going to the gym. Once you're there, it ain't that bad. There's times where I wake up and go like, ugh, I don't want to fucking go, not today. And I'll sit there and I will talk to myself for 20 fucking minutes to finally convince myself. And then you make the decision, you're like, fuck it, going. And then you go. And then you're fine. You don't care. You're happy enough. You're exercising, you're working out, you're getting the fucking endorphins in. Boom. Life is good. Life is sweet. Go for 10 minutes. If you are someone who is struggling with your weight, go for 10 minutes. There you go. Go for 10 minutes. Have a light weight sitting next to your computer. I have some weights sitting over there. There are times when I'm just like, you know what? Haven't hit my rep count for the day. I'm going to play a game of War Thunder. And if I die, I have to do 100 reps before I load back in again. It's only a wee lightweight. It's only a wee quick rep I'm doing, but do something like that. Start small and build up. This whole shit where it's like, I'm going to the gym. Oh, I want to be a real fucking gym goer. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to go there for the first time. I'm going to go for 4 fucking hours. Really get that sweat on. It's like, no, you're not. You're going to go, if you're going to fanny around, you're going to be tired, you're going to wander around aimlessly, you're going to feel like you wasted your time. The next day, you're going to feel like dog shit, and you're going to I'm not going to go and do that again. Go for 10 minutes. Then the next time you go for 15 minutes. Next time you go for 20 minutes. Build up to see what your level is, and then work from there, okay? It's a slow process, yes, but it's better than fucking burning out after one session.
I like to think you can see it. I don't know when I stand up if I look good. I certainly look fat as hell. But have you seen me moving? Have you seen these videos I've been filming with my friend Mike? Have you seen them here on the channel? Can you tell the difference? Because
I haven't watched any of the Keen videos recently. No, I haven't watched that. This is my first watch of Boogie in a fair while. So no, I haven't watched that. I remember you mentioning it. Him getting stuck. The second you said that, I was like, okay, well, that's a bit. That's a bit. That's just how I feel. It feels like it's like they were doing a weird thing on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter where it was like, I think it was Kid Behind the Camera was like taking pictures of Boogie at conventions when there was no one at his table, being like, no one showed up, no one's talking to Boogie, no one's going to his table and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, they showed a bunch of pizzas, like Boogie's breakfast has arrived, and people are like, oh my god, are they fighting? It's like, no, they're doing a weird bit. It's why I don't like watching their shit. Sleepy, you have missed very fucking little. I have done my standard and I've rambled about random shite this entire fucking time. So we're gonna hurry up and get through this because I'm feeling a wee bit of a buzz and I'm getting tired and I need to take a piss. So we're gonna get through this and then I'm gonna fuck off.
It's night and day to me. I feel 20 years younger. I'm shocked by it. Sometimes I wonder how much of it's related to getting my mental health right, that now I'm able to get my physical health right. I don't know.
Hey guys, everyone take a drink for the number of times you've heard Boogie in the last year alone of my channel. Happy 1 year anniversary to me, by the way. How many times in the last year you have heard Boogie say, I have finally fixed my mental health? Like, I think if I took a sip for every time, I'd finish 2 bottles before I fucking got to June.
But they're both coming along splendidly, and I can't wait to show you that on May 13th. Over the weekend, I got some lessons in. I sparred with a couple of friends who are ex-boxers, and they showed me what I was doing right and showed me.
I sparred with a couple friends. They're ex-boxers. No, Boogie, you don't seem to have that many friends. You yourself have said that you don't actually have many friends. You have a small group of really dedicated, loyal friends, which is fine. That's cool. That's 100%. Like, that's similar to me. I don't have, like, a huge friend base. I have a lot of fucking acquaintances, but I would fucking not deem to call 90% of people I talk to friends. I have a small dedicated friend group because I like having a small dedicated friend group. Boogie suddenly like, I've got all these friends, they're ex-boxers. Fuck right off. Fuck off. No, you don't. No, you don't. The likelihood of you meeting someone who is a boxer is incredibly low to start with, and the fact that you have Stevil, it's like, what was it? I'm trying to remember the exact example. Oh, it was one time I fucking cracked up. Yeah, it was some woman randomly had talked about having like a vaginal disorder, like disease or something like that. That was like I can't remember what it was called, and it was really bad, and it affected something like 1 in 10 women, something like that. And Boogie, like the champion he is, came in and is like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you have that. I have dated several women who have that. I was like, you can't even just say, yeah, one of my ex-girlfriends had that. Make it somewhat believable that you know one girl who had this quite obscure thing that, like, 1 in 10 women have it, and most don't even know that they have it, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, I've had several. As a guy who's had like 3 fucking girlfriends in his entire life, now every single one of them have this disease because he's talking to someone and he wants to slip in, by the way, I have sex. I have at some point experienced vagina around my penis. Just letting you know, guys. I'm just, you know, just hint, letting you know, guys. It would just seem better if you're just like, yeah, an ex-girlfriend of mine had that, or a friend of mine had that. No, it's like several ex-girlfriends, all the pussy that I've slayed, a whole bunch of the girls. Well, I have fucked 300,000 girls, so, you know, 300 of them had it. Oh, guys, I just fucked too much. Oh, woe is me.
Wrong, and we talked strategy, and I think I'm going into this about as prepared as I can be, and I'm trying to schedule some boxing lessons between now and fight night so that I have even more information and knowledge, and I'm going into this as prepared as a 48-year-old YouTuber can be. And I'm going into this with high hopes, if I'm being honest with you. I'm definitely going to make it through all 3 rounds. It's 3 2-minute rounds. I hope anybody can make it through that, including me. But I'm got some.
I wonder if Boogie's going to like be in any way like funny when he's coming out, because you know when people come out, it's a silly match. No one's going to take it seriously. It's like when Andy Warski was fighting Tonka Saw. If anyone remembers that. The whole joke was that Tonka Saw wasn't going to show up for the match because he kept telling everyone, I'm such an internet badass, I could beat everyone up in a fight, I'm so fucking cool. And everyone just kept joking he was like Donga of the Iron Buffalo tribe, because I think he was like Native American, or he claimed to be. I think he was actually Hispanic, something like that. I don't remember. But he claimed to be like Native American warrior genes. And like Andy Warski showed up dressed like a fucking chief with like all the feathers in his head and a big like fucking I can't remember what they're called, in a wheelchair, and he rode down the ramp to the match in a fucking wheelchair wearing this fucking big like Indian getup, like sorry, Native American getup, and it's like, that's really funny. That's actually quite funny. You know, he took the piss. Is Boogie gonna do anything like that, or are we expecting him to come out as Francis? Are expecting him to come out as Francis, maybe with like a guitar, like in, you know, the whatever commercial it was, and he hits a guitar and he shouts and he has a bottle of Mountain Dew or something like that, and he fucking like, I don't know, Stone Cold Steve Austin's like 2 Mountain Dews at once, you know, maybe something like that, or are we just expecting that, or like not something that's actually gonna be like fun? We're just gonna get Francis.
Technique now. I've got some strength now. I've got some power now. I've got some endurance now. If I can put Jordy on his ass, I want to. If I can win this thing, I want to. And I'm going to try. And I don't think I'm going to let Jordy knock me out. I know that's not going to happen. I definitely ain't going to let him knock me down. Look, if
I don't think I'm going to let him knock me out, but he's definitely not going to knock me down. What the it should be the other way around. Like, I don't think he's going to knock me down, but he's definitely not going to knock me out. That should be that way around, because it implies that you might get knocked out, but for some reason you'll just stay on your feet. Like he's like fucking Zenitsu in fucking Demon Slayer, who passes out, but he still stays awake even though he's unconscious, and he can still fight even though he's unconscious. Is that going to be Boogie? Is Boogie going to like reveal the fucking thunderclap and lightning? Fucking like just go hard and knock the cunt out of him. That'll be actually kind of funny if he did it. You know what, Boogie? If you do that, I will take the L. I will take the L so hard. You fucking Zenitsu the shit. You know what? He actually is kind of like Zenitsu. I'm gonna, for anyone who doesn't know about fucking Demon Slayer, firstly, it's a shit anime. Secondly, there's a character in it called Zenitsu who is just like terrible. He's like the worst character ever. He is like the comedy character, and he's not funny in any way. So he is just like Boogie, but he's also like a lecherous creep, and his entire thing is he just like really wants to sleep with people, including like the main character's like little sister, who like randomly changes between being like an adult and like a fucking like 4-year-old girl. It is fucking weird. So maybe Boogie is like Zenitsu.
8-year-old Boogie can get hit.
Hey Kay, glad you like the videos.
48-year-old Boogie can get hit in his face by Jordy. I think I'm gonna be okay.
I have no idea what he said
there.
there.
Head with a hammer, Jordy, when I was 16.
Oh my god!
What are you gonna do?
Is he like? Is he just going like, by the way, child abuse? Did he child abuse jump scare me there? What the fuck did that? By the way, my mom hit me with a hammer. It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with a fucking comedy boxing match, bro? Fucking take your meds and sit down. Holy shit.
Where's that? Hit me with your giant flabby meat fist? Yeah, come on. I guess if I'm spilling secrets here, I want to let you know I reached out to Jordy and like try to talk to him like a friend, which is probably a big mistake considering we're about to.
What is this? Like I said earlier, do we prefer the awkward like I'm gonna fight you thing, or are we gonna go with the awkward I'm trying to be his friend, and I love him. I hope that we rise to the stars together. Shit, like, what is it? You almost forgot about me, Arkham. How dare you almost forget about me? I should be the most important person in your life. We're all talking about getting tattoos on our dicks here, and you're out here forgetting about me. I demand a tattoo on your dick because then you'll never forget about me. We're going full parasocial fucking here. I'm sorry, it's cringe. This is exactly the same shit as the Frank Castle thing. It's like, I reached out privately to him and tried to talk to him and be his friend. Like, and it was like the cringest shit. It's like, bro, why the fuck would you even say that?
Fight each other. But I tried anyway. That guy ain't having it. I don't know. Does he have any friends? Because he just does not come across as the friendly type. I wanted to know a little bit more about his training. I wanted to know a little bit more about his skill level. I wanted to know a little bit more about what I was getting into.
What
here.
is this?
He ain't sharing shit. He came across as pretty unlikable and shut me down on just about everything I tried.
Boogie, I'm sorry. Like, I like I said earlier on, I do think Wings is the most detestable of the three lol cows, the DSP, Boogie, and Wings thing. But if you said, do you want to grab a beer with one of the three, it wouldn't be with Boogie. Boogie would be the least likely person for me to hang out with. I dislike Wings of Redemption more, but I imagine I could sit down and have a better conversation with him than with Boogie. I imagine I could sit, like DSP, potentially as well. DSP, probably the least. I think Wings, if I sat down and had a conversation with Wings, I think I could actually find something to talk about with Wings. With DSP, like, maybe I could, but I think he'd get it on my tits pretty quick. But Boogie, it's like, what the fuck would you talk about with Boogie? How quickly would the conversation turn to just being about him? I'm sorry, this like, Wings seems unlikable. It's like, bro, fucking pot kettle, fuck off.
To do. Which makes sense. We are fighting each other, but I'm a people pleaser. I wanted to be friends with everybody. But apparently I ain't going to get to be friends with Jordy. No real big loss. I mean, I played...
I'm a people pleaser. I try and be friends with everyone. Bro, because I fucking made a video on you, you said I was a QAnon MAGA supporter who hates black people and gays. I don't think you try and be friendly with everyone. I'm just going to say. What do you say, Mama D? I'm just saying. Oh, you lost 100 points. Yes, yeah, it's 100 points. You lost 20 points. Yeah, no, I was keeping up with your re-updates. That's the thing. A little change like that. If someone drinks a lot of soda, cutting out soda, be a massive change. If someone gets 3 takeaways a week, if you cut it down to 2 takeaways a week, you will lose weight. You will notice a fucking difference in yourself. It's all small changes, you know? It's all small little changes.
High school football. And we had rivalries, but they were friendly rivalries. Jordy, did you not play sports? Did you forget the friendly part? He's not having the friendly part here. He's definitely taking the rivalry part seriously. And I think this guy is under the impression that fame and fortune lies on the other side of me, so he has to go through me to get it. Then that's how I'm treating you, buddy. I'm going to go through you to get the things that I want. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to trample you to get there. This is the part of the video where...
I'm sorry that I had to trample you. I just wanted to be your friend, Uwu. However, you're not my senpai anymore. Now you're my kohai, Baka. It's so cringe. Like, you're putting so much into this, and it's just like, bro, it is like a lame fucking comedy boxing match. Like, it would be... I may respect it more. I would respect it more if it was a charity boxing match. If it was like a charity boxing match, I actually think this could be fun. It could be a wee bit more entertaining. But they're both getting paid. And I'm not shitting on people for getting paid. I've always said it's your money. You deal with it first. Charity is like a fucking far distant third of my place. Like, help yourself first. So yeah, take the money. It's grand. I just think when Boogie's trying to do this, like, I'm trying to be so nice and encourage people and change the world. It seems weird. It seems to clash with the ideals that he isn't doing this as a fun charity boxing match, which would also help promote the whole event. I think. I could be wrong. Get a small purse, but put the majority off it to box to like a charity. I think something like that would just come across as better.
Boogie would say something like, "As long as I trained for it, as long as I showed up, I'm proud of myself." No, man, I won't be proud of myself. I want to be disappointed. I want to win this thing. I want to put on a good show. I want to put on a good fight. I want to knock his ass out. That's what I want.
Sure. Wing said Boogie is 410 pounds at least. Yeah, 100%. That's why I said if he is 405 when he weighs in, I think it's because he has lost weight and he may have actually started trying to exercise like last minute to try and cut down to be around like 405. If he is around that, if not, I think he is potentially heavier than that. He does look heavier than the last time I watched him.
I deserve that, and I built a lot of my self-respect back by training for this thing and getting ready for this thing and showing up for this thing. But if I really want my self-respect back, I need to win this thing. So I plan to die trying, if I have to. The last few weeks, especially, I've realized, man, I'm tired of being a fat, lazy shit. I don't want...
How many times have we heard this before? How many times do we hear this from, like, all these fucking lol guys? Like, stop talking about changing and change. I don't know who said it, but it's like the best advice anyone can get. Stop talking about changing and just change. Like, how many videos has he made being like, guys, I'm going to change soon? It's like, you know, do a Yoda, don't try, do. Stop fucking telling us you're going to change and actually just change. Like, I find, like, the best, like, working out is generally when you're not constantly talking about it, when you're like, just go out and you just do it. Like, I feel like it's like, you know, like people always say that you get like a dopamine hit just from planning something. So if you're sitting there going like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and my diet's going to go amazing, and I'm doing it so well, like, you don't feel the urge to actually go out and work, because you just, like, you already got the dopamine hit. You've already patted yourself on the ass. You don't need anyone else to fucking do it for you.
Go back to that. I don't want to do that anymore. I sought comfort, and that comfort became my prison.
Oh my god,
I'm tired of not...
So bored. Mama D, you're 100% right. If he had made videos leading up to the boxing, if he had shown himself training, like, I think one of his most popular videos in a long time has, look at these, numbers are terrible. These numbers are fucking terrible. Like, I have a video higher than that, I have a video higher than that, 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 higher than that. It's ridiculous when I have videos that have more fucking views than these videos. That it is ridiculous. But what was it? His short, 52,000. That's a pretty good short for it. I needed that in my life. Where was his workout one? There, 112,000. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for him. That's way more than he usually gets. Like, especially, even look at it after 41, 38, 48, 46, 27, 25. That is considerably better. If he actually did, like a daily, I'm going to hold myself to this, I'm going to do a workout. Did the documentary come out? The documentary has not come out. He originally claimed it was coming out around May time. But I think he's kind of forgotten about that to go with the boxing storyline instead. If he actually did, like, daily videos about his weight loss, I think it would work out so much better for him, so much more interesting for him. But he's not going to do it. Didn't Boogie literally say God told him to lose weight and he's still fat? He did claim that God told him that he needed to lose weight, inspire people and change people's lives, and here we are sitting here years later, and he's a chunky boy, and he's talking about how he wants to be uwu friends with his boxing rival.
Taking care of my career, or my body, or my mind, or myself, or my life. I want to make good content. I want to fight for all of this stuff.
Oh Christ, I'm bored.
And I'm feeling my power. I'm feeling my strength.
This is so
8-minute
cringe.
rambling video, and I hope you guys are excited for this as I am. It's gonna be one of the best times of my life.
I'm not. I'm so bored. I think I'm done. I have had a lot to drink now. I think I'm just kind of bored. I think I'm just kind of bored. Like this, boy, I'm so soft. This is the kind of shit where, like, if I was doing this in a monthly recap, I would barely talk about these videos because I'm like, he made videos on his boxing. They were fucking boring and cringe as all shit. What if Boogie called you out in DSP if he wins? You and DSP if you would. What if Boogie in the ring calls me out? That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be hilarious. Keems left a comment on my video. He can get in contact with me about the figures and how much he needs for me to face dox myself. That'd be hilarious. It's Boogie, he knocks out Wings. Wings is lying there, still unconscious. The medics are trying to treat Wings. They're bringing in a crane to try and lift him out of the ring. And Boogie gets on the microphone and he's like, Potato Man! He does a Sam Hyde Candyman routine. He's like, Potato Man, I'm coming to you. I know where you live. I know where you live, Potato Man. I'm coming to Northern Ireland and I'm going to fucking kill you. Irish car bombs. I know where you live and I know what your car is. Something like that. If he goes fucking ham on me. I think it'll be funny. I'm not going to do a Sam. I'm not going to call the cops. I think it'd be funny. I can take a joke. I don't care. I think it'd be funny. I might get a couple more views from it. I don't fucking care. It'd be funny. It's not going to happen, like, but it'd be funny. Like, I don't know. I like that. That kind of shit's funny. Doesn't bother me. But if I'm coming to eat you, Potato Man, I'm going to fry you up. I'm going to make some fucking fries and I'm going to fucking eat you potato bastard. Something like that. You know what? Fuck it. That'd be funny. I can take a joke. Like, I joke about Boogie. It'd be fucking ludicrous if I couldn't take a joke back. So if something like that did happen, it'd be funny as fuck. It'd be funny as fuck. But yes, guys, like I said, it is just past 2 a.m. here. I have had a wee bit to drink, so I am going to go. I'm going to walk Goober, and then I'm going to go to bed, guys. It was fun catching up with you guys. Sorry I have disappeared, but I will try and appear more often, try and get a little stream in. I didn't expect this to go 2 hours. I honestly thought I was going to do like an hour stream here, just to do a quick catch-up, but we ended up chatting a wee bit longer than I thought. So, yes. Will Gravecool come out of the woodwork to be in his corner? It's going to be Dez and Gravecool, but they're going to be in Wings of Redemption's corner. Fuck yeah. Imagine if Wings went fucking ham and had fucking Boogie's ex-wife in the corner. Fucking brilliant. But yes, guys, gonna leave you be. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Thanks for coming. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Well, how do you stop this now? Oh my god, guys, I was like, should I stop this in OBS first? Or should I hit it on YouTube first? I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, see you later, guys. I'm probably going to do a live stream as well on my Foodie Beauty Amberlynn Reid video if you're really interested in that. Expect Aaron to be with Boogie. Is Aaron the neighbor who came out and claimed that Wings had, like, sniffed his sister's tampon or some bullshit like that? 100%. That should fucking happen. That would be so funny. Boogie should come out eating a fucking Wendy's with Aaron. They should take their tops off and bump their tits together. Something like that. I don't know. Have Syndicate there as well. Have Syndicate there. Frederick Knutson on the bog map. Have him come out, like, fucking playing bog with M16s. Anything. Anything. Do you know what? I will forgive all of this shit if they have a fun ring walk introduction. If they do something like that, that'll be fucking funny, okay? That'll be hilarious. If they do that, Wings, I'll take my fucking L. You talk about me taking an L, I'll eat that fucking L. If you actually manage to make me fucking smile, that'll be fucking good. Have a good one, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.